Так,
Кому нужен
простите.
супер перевод, Максон, пускай более профессиональные места идут.
О, друзья из Battlefield. Батла первая. Хотел ее купить, поиграть, она прикольная. Хотя, знаешь, там наверняка была бы такая фигня, как у нас в героях и генералах просто.
Да-да-да.
О, вот это попадание.
Четко.
Ну, как четко. Просто так. Давай, 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 работай. Родная.
I have made so many amazing friends who have become more like family.
It's something that brought a whole lot of people together. We'll squad up and go and tear it up.
Нагрузки даже на центральный процессор нету. Такой момент профукал, обидно. Отлично, я снова в эфире. Так, мне только что сообщили.
Это был лучший выстрел чувака в его жизни.
О, меня теперь никто не смотрит. Типа, вот это считается.
We love these only in Battlefield moments, and we want even more of them. So we're bringing more ways for you to play. First, Night Maps debut this summer. In Neville Nights and Prise de Tahir, you'll need to deploy tactics as you fight through the night.
Типа обновление?
Да, там в карте типа
Second, I'm excited to
июль,
announce
типа по месяцам
a
вообще.
major
Прайс ЗТ.
revolution in Battlefield 1. We're bringing epic battles to the eastern front of World War I.
Имя
In the name of the
царя.
Tsar expands Battlefield 1 to the blistering winter in the east.
Чувак лысый.
Это вроде женщина.
Of World War
А,
I.
ну,
And with it, we're bringing
О, это ж вроде
six
актер,
new
кстати.
maps, the
Нет?
Russian army, including the
Знакомая
mighty
Харя.
Hussar cavalry, new vehicles
О,
and
может
weapons
быть,
to
просто.
типа
expand their
русские.
arsenal, and the iconic women's
да,
battalion
без
of
русских.
death. Finally, we're introducing a richer gameplay experience in
Означает
both progression
желтый
and
показатель
operations
трансляции.
mode. By bringing deeper player progression through all new assignments, the ability to tailor your playstyle with specializations, and new multi-battle experiences woven through the fan-favorite game mode, Operations. All of this coming in September as part of In the Name of the Tsar. And for the next 3 days, the Lupkow Pass map from In the Name of the Tsar is right here at EA Play. For those of you tuning in, you'll get a glimpse of it from these guys when they share it on their channels very soon. So there you have it, 8 new maps in total, opening up the largest front in World War I with new ways to play. There's never been a better time to be part of the Battlefield community. Now enough of me. Let's give you a first look at In the Name of the Tsar. A revolution is coming.
Революция подходит.
The новый Justice Among Men. Николай II. Прошлый царь России.
Николай II. Какой Николас? Николас Кейдж.
Ага.
И вспомнишь обо мне.
О,
О, русский.
чё, базарим на родной...
Небо будет твердо алый, а сердце будет, как тогда.
О, егерь.
Да-да.
В огне.
А чё он как баба завизжал? Ну я же говорил, это баба. И аплодисменты. Ты мне так и не ответил, что означает желтый индикатор трансляции?
Какой желтый индикатор?
Ну вот ты с компа смотрел, типа там он в эфире зеленым показывает, у меня сейчас в эфире желтым.
А, ты
Now,
имеешь в
this
виду, когда у
summer
тебя
is
там
going to
вот
be
в эфире,
huge.
да, зеленый?
So much
А,
new
а
Ну, у меня
сейчас
сейчас
so
желтый.
much more to play,
у тебя
and
там
so many
пишут
new
что-нибудь,
ways
там,
to
Но
что у тебя
периодически,
There's
битрейт?
one more thing we'll bring to
периодически меняется,
Battlefield.
типа, то зеленый.
Later this year,
Ну, у меня такое
we're going to
было, у
give
меня то,
you
что
a new
менялось,
competitive
потом
Battlefield
возвращалось
experience.
обратно.
Смотри, смотри просто.
We've
Я не
heard
понимаю
you
одного.
want a smaller,
У него
tighter
микрофон
experience focused
такой
on
это
team play.
на
You
щеке,
want all-out
микрофон в
mobility for
руках.
Я понял,
competition,
это.
and you want it accessible
Где
for
еще у него
players and
микрофон?
to
Под кофтой
viewers.
тоже микрофон.
And it's coming. I
Ну,
can't
петлички
wait to
еще
share more with
на
you guys
кофту не
at
хватает.
Gamescom in August. Now, competition is at the center of EA today, and we've always thought about it a little differently.
О, FIFA
We
пошел.
believe in making stars of all
Соревнования.
our players. Let me tell you something really cool. Last month, I was watching an amazing competitor, Shells. He made it to the FUT Championship
FIFA.
finals in Berlin. 6 months ago, this guy was an unknown. Now he's a worldwide star. And he'll be competing with the best at the
Прям
FIFA
видно, что
Interactive
футболист,
World Cup
смотри, какие
final
ноги
in August.
накачанные, прям сплошные мышцы.
Now, we want to find more stars, so we're doubling down in competition in ways only EA can. This fall, we're launching the largest FIFA championship ever, with many ways to compete. The best FUT players will compete in the FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cup. And in our official Football League competitions, you can represent your favorite real-world team. It's true, you can. We'll have much more to share, including our Madden plans later this summer. As developers, your passion is what fuels us. Your stories inspire us, and competition like nothing else brings them to life.
Летние турниры.
This is my first time competing. I just thought maybe this is something I could do.
So many good players. I want to beat them just like they want to beat me.
Нигер.
I just don't understand how people think I'm the underdog.
Ну, прям видно же, что профессиональный футболист.
highest level you can play.
На щеках написано.
There is a real thin line between success and failure. How nervous are you right now? It's going to be a really tough game.
I'm never going to lose ever in my life. He's just a person you can hate.
He is an absolute beast.
I wonder if we're going to see a handshake.
И без
No,
мата
not
никуда.
gonna see it. He's come up in second place time and time again.
We have again. Rocket started. Now's the time to stand up. This is what competitive gaming's all about.
We're about to crown a new king. There it is. It's Rocky. There is.
Ой, вот какие яркие всплески.
He's come out of nowhere.
Were you ever in doubt in that game?
I was in doubt the whole time. These guys are going through something special right now. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting on your couch, this could be you.
Знаешь, АТА такой этот пояс, блин, как у этих у рестлеров просто.
Фишка.
Ой, сейчас на ютубе полно кто стримит АТА. Game Central 8000 зрителей.
18.
Уже 18, да?
Да. Теперь ради нее есть смысл покупать двойку. Там теперь
Есть смысл
на всех
покупать
платформах
блойку.
легенды. Это самое главное в игре.
О,
Теперь покупаешь
блин, у него шапочка такая.
можно поиграть и прочие игры.
Тебя, кстати, не слышно, наверное. У них музыка так долбит.
Посмотрим, что они принесут. Нового.
Не знаю, мне достаточно FIFA 2010 года на этом, на PSP. Я доволен. Капец, у меня на две трансляции разделилось.
Blazers. А, это...
Пацаны угорают.
I went early, Rog. I went early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the men in blazers. That's Rog, the bald one. I'm Davo, way less bald in person.
Смотри,
We
Макс,
are
лучше в
delighted to be
расписании,
here.
я сейчас
Oh, we
точно не
really
помню.
are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3
Вроде в
most
понедельник.
popular football shows ever to
Да,
be
там
produced
типа,
in the
знаешь,
panic room of the
12-е,
crap
13-е
bars of
числа
Soho.
That
сами
is
игры
true.
идут.
Somehow, we convinced world leaders like Will Ferrell to come talk to us about the 5th best sport in the
Просто
world.
короткое
We've
открытие.
tricked them all, Davo.
Yep.
And the common thread for us is always
Там, по-моему, в
football
понедельник, если не
and
ошибаюсь,
FIFA.
беседа
And when I
будет,
speak to
по-моему.
players around the world, they all tell me
Сейчас
their
открою.
experience with FIFA runs so
Так,
deep, it actually
куда ты
impacts the way they play on the
беседку
field.
кидал?
That is art.
Да, там игромания.
Influencing life,
It's
Davo.
all melding
откройся.
together.
Ну,
Rog,
там
look
даже
at
этот
this.
вот
Look at
Вокалайф
how the
кидал
world's
пост,
game
там то же
comes to
самое, в
life
принципе.
in FIFA 18. Player personality
Так,
that
скриншоты
differentiates
из игр,
even the
скриншоты из
talls
игр.
from the smalls.
PlayStation.
Perfected the inevitable run style of
Премьера.
Raheem
А где расписание?
Sterling and developed with
В этой
detail
записи
Antoine
должна быть
Griezmann's
расписание.
technical ability
Там я
to
запись скидывал
suavely
последнюю
pass
вот из
flying
ВК
past
Лайф-то.
all
Да я знаю то, что последний, я жму на картинку, вот. Xbox 12 июня в полночь. Bethesda 12 июня 7. ПК Гейминг 12 июня в 8 вечера.
Вот the fuck, зависит, что ли?
Так, Ubisoft 12 июня в 23 вечера и Sony 13 июня 4 утра.
Ага.
And EA Sports know the only way to make Cristiano
Так, понедельник,
look
Максун
better
с нами.
is to jam him in
Хорошо.
spandex and capture his data. That beautiful man. He's done it all. Let's hear it. Back-to-back champion of Europe, the La Liga title, Ballon d'Or winner, literally every trophy. And most impressive from our perspective, that beautiful head of hair.
He has hair,
Мне
Roger.
было стыдно в
But
таком
as
костюмчике
huge as
бегать.
Ronaldo has been this past year, there's one story bigger than them all.
Oh, yeah. Peter Moore becoming CEO of Liverpool. Good luck with that one, mate.
Yeah, no, Rog. No, Rog. The biggest story in football is, of
Hunter.
course, Alex Hunter. The new hero of the
Продолжение.
virtual pitch and the star of
Да,
the
да, да.
journey. Alex would go on to score more than 360
Ну вот я почему скайпа не хотел
million
открывать, потому
in
что у
his
меня вот
first
сразу
season.
пошли, кто в
That
сети, кто
that
в
one's
сети.
true, and so's this one.
Ну, а ты
Never
поставил
a
бы
good old
это,
English national team take
что
the
не в
field
сети,
over
и
the
всё.
past year.
Yeah.
The single name most
Так уж
tweeted,
поздно.
even more than Sir Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Да не.
Ты просто
Yeah,
поздно
we
трубу
could've
взял.
used him today, Rog.
We could have won it all.
Yeah.
Talking about winning it all,
Да
though, what
что
a
такое-то?
storybook year Alex Hunter's had.
Yeah.
Winning the FA Cup, just 18 years old, barely passed his bar
Сука,
mitzvah.
Стив.
He's experienced more in his first season than I will in my entire life.
That is true. It was
Sad
quite
but
the
true.
start to a truly amazing journey.
But the life of every footballer is a journey filled with
in some
victory,
ways.
77 тысяч смотрит. Почти
glory and
78.
conflict, dreams come true, and challenges that
Subscribe.
lie ahead.
So, everyone wants to know, what is next for our man Alex Hunter?
I don't know, Davo, but it seems like everyone's got an opinion.
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter has been talked about.
Алекса.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Начали всех подряд опрашивать. Реальный тренер, Александр.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day and it's getting
Ну,
annoying
молодой
to
такой этот Александр.
What kind of club would let Alex
Классная
Hunter
комната.
I'm not really sure that a move is the right thing.
just not finishing.
But this guy's getting 2 victories. Alexander is a great player.
He's a beast. Yeah, she is.
He's very quick.
Got skill.
Amazing skills.
Роналду, кажется, это всю бошку отбили, он прям с пустыми глазами это все говорит.
Alex Hunter really are wasting time. Will Alex Hunter stay or go?
Ну видно же этот треугольный подбородок. Эту несовершенную графику. Пидор.
What up, guys? Thank you for having me, EA. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Wellens, and I am
Это
a
уже про
YouTube
гонки что-то.
creator. So, I am here
Need for Speed Payback.
to talk about
GT-шка.
Need for Speed, Payback. If you guys
О,
didn't know,
смотри.
Need for Speed Payback.
Там опять может прям детально настраивать машину. Играя во все такие игры, чтобы машину просто себе сделать красиво.
I'm a YouTube creator. Need for Speed Payback is coming out. I got my boy Marcus, executive producer here. He is the producer of the game. Thank you Nick, for having me.
Hey man, thanks Jesse. Obviously we're really excited to tell everyone about Need for Speed Payback here today, but more importantly, show it. In Payback, you are on a revenge mission to take down the
Маркус Нилсон.
House is a cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops, and that is delivering a brand new experience
копы.
with wild
Короче, дофига опять в
intense
залив.
Все как обычно.
Форсаж. Тупо форсаж.
Да-да.
We are putting you behind the wheel of an action driving fantasy.
So Need for Speed has been around for a long time. There's been a lot of new things coming to the game and a lot of old things that people are familiar with the franchise.
Exactly. You know, we're putting a new narrative into the game where you drive 3 different characters, Tyler, Jess, and Mac, all bringing their own unique playstyle to the
Опять
game.
мужиком будет баба заправлять. Как заезжено.
In the most diverse open world ever made for Need for Speed.
Что там, Most
There's a lot
Wanted,
of great new elements in this game, but also obviously a lot of fundamentals like customization. We go way deeper when it comes to visual and performance customizations, as well as introducing something on top of that, something we call derelicts, which are abandoned classic cars that you transform from scrap to stock to supercars.
Speaking of customization, my homie Nick, AR12 Gaming, he looks like he's customizing a classic Beetle. He's going to be doing a lot more of this customization and gameplay at 1:30 on
Геймплей.
Пацан такой довольный, когда его показывают по стриму.
Absolutely very excited to show you the first, one of the blockbusters from Need for Speed Payback called the Highway Heist that shows that intense action driving experience. So let's turn around and take a look.
Zegregera, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. We intercept, then grab the cargo.
It'll be part of a convoy.
What are you thinking?
Convoy.
Hit and run. Get me close to the truck and I'll take care of the rest. Get me close to that truck before it hits the tunnel. The house won't let us anywhere near
Поймайте
the truck. We gotta take out
грузовик.
those cars.
А чё его ловить? Ну, прям серьезно, форсаж какой-то.
Через туннель.
Знаешь, рано или поздно это должно было случиться.
Ну да.
Такие большие игры долго развивать не получается. Ну, там ладно GTA, там у них не только вот гонки, но и еще там. Да, надо во всех попризаться, конечно.
Всех с дороги убрать.
Знаешь, все по старинке. Тип, знаешь, есть такие перфекционисты, которые не хотят машину даже царапать.
Да-да.
Подстроиться. Давай, бабуля, лезь. Ты еще молода? Давай, спайдер.
Очень.
Знаешь, спойлеры, спойлеры.
Ух.
А чё сразу какая скорость дикая? Я же в другой машине был.
Это тачка из трейлера выскочила. Это как в начале видели.
Я не видел, я возился со стримом.
Вертолет, понятно.
Не, ну вот на самом интересном месте. Ну вообще.
I can assure you that
Esports.
plays as well as it
Что ж
looks.
ты?
Last year at EA Play, we
Просто
unveiled
куском мяса перед
The program
голодными
was something
собаками
we created to
подразнили.
support small independent studios. To help bring experiences that are unique, gorgeous, innovative, and memorable to the world. We are partnering with game creators through the process from development to marketing to publishing. But EA Originals is also about funding, about offering a level of security. The profits from these games go back to the hands of the developers. We have been overwhelmed with the indie community's reaction to this. I can tell you, we've received hundreds of pitches, many of them brilliant, and as a result, we now have several new titles.
Написано двое, но это не считая меня один
I want
максонный.
to introduce you to our next
Да, у меня
EA
Максон
Originals title.
то ко мне заходит, то
One
к
that I've been
тебе.
very close
Так
to
у меня
from the
0
beginning.
смотрит.
This game tells a story in an entirely new way.
До этого 5 человек
Now,
было.
a
Вот
few years
вонючий,
ago, I
блин,
played the indie hit Brothers,
Бандикам.
A Tale of Two Sons with
ОБС.
my oldest
Бандикам
daughter.
тоже плохой.
I loved how
Взял,
different the game
крашнулся
felt.
мне, короче, всю
The
лапу обломал.
mechanics and storytelling were really
А что там с
cool, and we
бандикамом?
both loved the emotional
Да ну
story.
его, блин, каждый запуск
So I
нужно
decided to
это
contact the
регистрировать.
game's creator, Joseph Fares. When we met, we
Есть
instantly
такое.
realized we share the same passion for games and how to bring new experiences to players.
Я представляю, что, блядь, если через него можно было бы стримить, блядь.
Now we're thrilled to be working with Joseph to bring his new project to all of you. What started out as a wild idea on paper has now turned into a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind game called A Way Out. Take a look.
What's your plan?
А это что у нас такое? Какая-то новая игрушка. Хазерова. От Brothers Tale.
Ну, судя по виду, это какие-то там 70-е, 80-е. Особенно по этим бакенбардам у чувачка. Ой, просто швабра под тиктуки уходит. Руки просто скользят. Надо придраться.
О, копы два еще.
О, блин, прикольно уже.
Ага.
Ой, полюбаться вот этот момент там, где это об стенку упираться вдвоем, самый сложный. Знаешь, кто-то тупит, из-за этого все сливаются.
Кто-то вперед лезет.
Не-не, там полюбаться надо жать на какие-то кнопки в середине.
Ну да. Вот, чувиха была похожа из-за мафии третьей дополнения.
Ай. Было больно. Давай, Лео. Его зовут Лео. Нашел за что ухватиться. Ты видел, там с какой-то сучок, который это и так снимается.
Way Out называется. Хорошо.
Выбраться.
Чем-то на...
Путь наружу.
На Uncharted, ну практически чем-то.
Hey, my name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the writer-director of A Way Out.
Такой.
I'm so excited to be here and show
Как
you
персонаж.
So, after I finished Brothers, I wanted to
Итальяшка
make
какой-то.
that pushed the boundaries on how to tell stories without compromising on gameplay. And this is the reason why I started Hazelight Studios together with the team behind Brothers. And working with EA's Originals was perfect for this, because we have the full creative freedom and trust from EA to deliver the game we truly believe in. And that is very important for Hazelight, let me tell you that. So, the idea for A Way Out came to me when me and a friend trying to find a co-op game that wasn't just a drop-in, drop-out experience. I wanted to play a game where the
Заточено все на этом моменте, да.
and goals. A game where
На этом весь кооператив заканчивается. Всем спасибо за приобретение этой игры. Опять, наверное, там за 2000 рублей.
В такой манере рассказывает, как будто втирает нам какую-то дичь.
Судя по взгляду, он втирает нам какую-то дичь. Даже там оценили шутку.
And what was I going to say? Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, wait, it's coming to me. Come on. Gameplay-wise, it's going to be crazy.
Когда забыл слова.
Как вареная версия съел.
Но этот хоть биты не путает.
Driving, action. So you won't get tired of this game, I'm telling you. So, but let me tell you this. After you finish playing a way out, I will tell you, you will play a co-op game like never before. I know, I mean, I can guarantee that. I know I sound very cocky, but I can't help it because it's true. I'm so pumped up, it's crazy. You don't know, I live, breathe this game. I'm telling you, it's like, it's gonna kick ass, it's gonna kick ass. So right now, I will show you a gameplay video. It's gonna show you just a small part of the game, but still, you're gonna get blown away.
Смотреть его видео.
Маленькую часть игры.
Part of this industry. It's crazy how fun it is to be here and do these games. It's so much fun. And also, one last thing. I want to say hello to my H-Light team watching live from Sweden. Thank you, goodbye,
Вообще, если что там сказал.
Ну, из какой-то страны, типа, всем спасибо, всем пока. Типа, предыстория.
Тюрьма.
Which means you have to play the game with a friend, either online or on your couch. The game starts in a
Ой, это на Майкла похоже.
And Leo. You and a friend will get to know your characters and unfold their story together.
Типа, знаешь, мне нравится то, что обычно вот это в автозаке привозят как бы уже сразу это в костюмчиках рыжих. А он такой в кожаной куртке приехал.
Ну да.
Let me show you some of the scenarios in the game. On the right side, you see Leo was already in prison. On the left, you see Vincent, who just arrived. Now if you look to the right again, you can see that Leo can be controlled, while Vincent is in a cutscene. Here is another one. Vincent and Leo are now in the laundry room. Your goal is to smuggle sheets using a laundry cart. You can approach the scenario in different ways. Either get the cart with Vincent.
No, I got a good pack right here. I think it's got your name on it. It's broken. I don't know.
Or with Leo.
Get over here, you idiot! Yeah, but I think those two guys are just about to fight.
What the?
What?
Вот.
What the fuck?
You will experience something new all the time. Everything you do in the game is unique for that.
Оригинально.
We want you and your friend to be focused and engaged throughout the entire story. But let me tell you, this is just the beginning of what you will be experiencing in a way out.
Не, игра многообещающая, кстати говоря.
Ну да. В геймпаде так четко будет играть.
Вообще чё? Знаешь, ты такой его ведешь вперед, он об стол запнулся и, короче, начал кругами ходить на месте.
Не раньше... 18 год, ну конечно. Или точнее, не раньше, а типа в начале, короче.
Thank you, Joseph. That game is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Now let's switch gears for just a minute. It's great to be here showing you the games you'll play this year. But at the same time, we are inspired to look farther ahead. Creative ideas combined with new technologies become an unstoppable force. We have teams today making technologies that are changing the world and using them to change the way we play. These are the futurists, our talented artists,
О, кстати, смотри, у него микрофон надо поправить. Типа такой, нет, ну ты дебил, ты зачем наш микрофон схватил?
Не, многовато ли тебе будет, ты что забыл, там микрофон торчит на ухе.
Seed is a small,
Experience
stealthy
Division.
team that I work with on a daily
Ну, это
basis.
сейчас какое-то про будущее
Exploring
будет.
some of our
После
most visionary
апокалипсиса
concepts,
опять инопланетяне
like deep learning
приезжают,
or neural
короче, ищут на
networks,
Земле, а что-то это
creating a
живое.
world for you to define, to interact with and share as you wish. Or
Найди
virtual humans with deeply
экстраординарное
sophisticated
знание.
artificial
Отряд.
intelligence. So instead of one
Топ
main character
английский.
shared by millions, we can have millions of main characters shaped by you. That's just the beginning of how we can blur reality and the digital world. Go anywhere, share your discoveries, be anyone. The games become yours. Now, what we know today is that interactive entertainment will change more in the next 5 years than it has in the last 45. Together, we are building that future, one that disrupts, empowers, and is full of play. And to do that, we also need innovative new platform technology. So when we were thrilled when we got our first project, Scorpio dev kits from Microsoft, 6 teraflops and true 4K graphical fidelity. Now these Madden NFL 18 visuals are just a taste of what can be accomplished combining Frostbite with Project Scorpio. And already we are creating the most detailed,
Зачем они прорисовали жопы?
environments you've ever seen on the console. Madden looks absolutely stunning, but as game makers, awesome graphics and effects are just the beginning. The game has to feel amazing as well. Project Scorpio is a powerful platform and it's coming at the right time. Now, I have one more thing before I go. New IP is one of the purest forms of innovation in our industry. A brand new idea combined with the latest tech and a vision for something extraordinary. The next game will push every boundary for you. It is vast, dangerous, beautiful, and unexpected. So this is just the first tease that we're showing you today. Then we will have so much more in the Microsoft press conference tomorrow, so don't miss that.
Когда не знаешь английский, просто запускаешь этот стрим и, блин, просто смотришь на отрывки, где тоже ничего не понимаешь.
Так, а сейчас что у нас? BioWare, Frostbite, опять же.
Destiny 2?
It's our armor. It protects us from what lies beyond.
Ну, что-то про будущее, как я и говорил. Жалко, что это не Destiny 2, хотя, знаешь, вот локации просто вылитые Destiny. Топ-костюм. Это, знаешь, такой... Fallout. Да, Fallout 5.
Гомонные мы.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean O'Brien, and I'm here today
Здорово,
to share
Шон
the
Брайан.
latest about NBA Live 18
А,
with you.
Стиан О'Брайен.
But instead of talking about it,
У тебя
I'd like
ужасный
to show
акцент
you.
просто.
We spent the last 2 years completely overhauling virtually every aspect of gameplay. Now we're going to go outside to a hands-on station out in FanFest, so you can check out some of those improvements.
Мне кажется, или у них один микрофон на всех.
Организация топ.
We call it the one. Gibbs, Connor, over to you.
Thank you, Sean. You look fantastic. Every single time I see you.
Шакил Анил тут будет такой.
Стефан Гиббонс, комьюнити-менеджер.
Смотри, пацаны там что-то это на джойстике делают, а на экране, короче, ничего не движется.
NBA Live 18, and no one better in the business than my guy right here, creative director Connor Dugan. Connor, let's take first look, NBA Live 18.
Yeah, what's up? I mean, I'm super excited that people finally get their hands on NBA Live. We're going to take a look at a replay we just got. Q and I were playing. I'm controlling LeBron. Q's controlling KD. Let's take a look.
Get all these angles in here. I want to see the sweat.
All right, so what we're looking at here is I'm using my right stick dribble control. I'm performing any combination of moves I want. So I can go behind the back, between the legs, and now I'm trying to attack the basket. But KD or Q cuts me off with a flick of his left stick, and then I try to go back at him again. This time I'm going to go
Мячик какой-то не физически двигал, он у него это немного правее руки шел, а потом обратно вернулся.
So we see Zaza coming over.
Tell me he finishes strong.
He does
Tell me he finishes strong.
I use my right stick to finish with the left hand, as you can see here, right over top of Zaza, finish in the lane. And then there we have it. LeBron's looking like LeBron.
Сидят такие.
Classic LeBron, baby. That's what it's all
Он
about.
косой.
Appreciate this first
Как
look
он
at
забил.
NBA Live 18.
Ну да, ему только в упор забивать.
Thanks, fellas.
Спасибо.
Thank you. We're excited
А
for
так я
all
не
of you to
понял,
get
как
your
эта
hands
игра
on the NBA
действует
Live
вообще,
18.
знаешь, там они
And
подвижутся
everyone will have an
немного,
opportunity to do so through a free demo coming in August. Now this demo will give everyone the chance to start the one and be introduced
Они
to
такие
this
нормальные,
new
короче,
basketball
начали
world.
со спортивных игр.
Jumpstart your own legacy through
Затем
solo, co-op,
Отвлеклись так,
multiplayer
короче, на
experiences and
это.
carry all of your
Battlefield
progress
там
over to
все.
the full game.
Не, подожди,
Now let's take a
начиналось,
look
да,
at
с
the one.
Battlefield, потом, короче, пошел спорт.
Затем
Потом,
Need
короче,
for
опять...
Speed, после Need for
Потом
Speed,
гонки, короче, потом...
NBA Live
потом
18 is an all-new
приключения.
way to pursue your legacy.
Да.
Centered on you, your journey is defined by
В
the
итоге
choices
опять
you
вернулся
make.
к спорту, все.
Welcome to the One. The One unleashes the freedom to play how and with whom you want. Here, the respect you earn on the streets matters just as much as the
Ты видишь просто, что с мячом происходит?
Rise through the ranks in the league.
Это нормально.
An authentic NBA
Я не раз видел, как в
experience
FIFA мяч
where you
сквозь
dominate
руку
the hardwood
проходит.
on your way to winning championships. But the new NBA Live goes beyond the league, taking you into the
нормально.
streets, where the rules and how you earn respect.
Просто мячик живет своей жизнью.
Team up with friends and take down NBA legends at historic courts like Venice Beach. Throughout your journey, your on-court performance leads to increased skills and new gear, as your hype builds in both the streets and the league, from Venice to Rucker Park and everywhere in between. Join the community with 5-on-5 pickup games at iconic, real-world courts. Hit the Drew League and continue to build your legacy in the Pro-Am Tour. Earn the right to go head-to-head with the very best and show off your signature style. From East Coast to West Coast, from the streets to the league, everything you do matters. Your legacy is defined
О,
by
это три
you
брата-близнеца,
and how
я
you
все понял.
choose to play. This is your world. It's time for you
Три брата
to
раковые.
be the one.
NBA Live 18.
Какую часть ты выберешь?
Мир полных суперзвезд.
Ой, ой. У меня прям так это пукан пригорает. Такое ощущение, как будто взяли вот большую доску, на ней написали авторские права и отшлепали меня.
А чё там у тебя?
Ты чё, музыку это не слышишь?
Ну.
На нее 100% АПшку кинуть.
Да ладно.
Да.
Ну кинуть фиксни.
Типа, знаешь, там можно как-то выкрутиться, идя ее
Ну, да, да,
в описании. Ты хоть раз там что-то делал?
Да, может, знаешь, бывает такое, отправишь им, короче, запрос, типа, они не ответят, короче говоря, и все, и снимут, короче.
Типа такой, ладно, задолбал.
Now we've got a massive finale coming up here in just a moment. 30 minutes of pure, unadulterated Star Wars. But before we get there, I wanted to pause for just a moment. Last week we did something pretty amazing together. We held our annual EA Play to Give campaign, celebrating the importance of inclusion and play in our communities and in life. We partnered with 3 outstanding charities, the United Nations He for She, and anti-bullying organisations, the Pacer Centre and Ditch the Label. No? Okay. We donated $1 million to these 3 great organisations in support of building a more inclusive world. And here's where play comes in. All of you, our millions of players out there, joined us in support of inclusion. You came out in play in 9 in-game challenges. And by coming together, we are showing the world what a positive force that games can be. And to thank you for that, we're opening ways for you to play a bunch of great games for free. Starting today for the rest of the week, Origin Access, as well as the Vaultlin EA Access, are free. For PlayStation 4 players, we'll also have a bunch of free trials running all week. We're talking FIFA, Madden, PvZ Garden Warfare 2, Star Wars Battlefront, and much more.
Да, и все, конечно, я смотрел эту бомбу. Особенно, когда там бабы дерутся.
Плэт из зомби. Делюкс Эдишн.
Without further ado, we
ГВ2.
bring you
Что?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Garden War, что ли?
Джон Боега. Я Star Wars.
Будет весело получить оффлайн story мод.
Типа полный, короче, это типа сюжетку в оффлайне, что ли, типа того.
Вот смотри, вот как пиариться надо просто. Пропиарился. О, на это тоже авторские права будут. О, попень. Кто опустил женщину на сцену? Уберите ее. Привет, теперь уходи.
Показал бюст, можно
Капец, смотри на ее пояс, он просто сдерживает. И сейчас распрет.
На ее лицо посмотри, она вообще
Что-то у нее этот взгляд как на донышке.
That tweet from John Boyega was like the tweet heard around the world. It spoke for all of us. When can we play a Star Wars story? We don't want to just relive the movies. We've watched them a million times. What we want to do is have a new and authentic, untold story. A story that delivers new perspectives and enables us to play as some of our favorite Star Wars characters while also introducing new ones. And just like Rogue One tells an essential Star Wars story
Ща не будет шуточек.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 will tell a new Star Wars story that helps bridge the gap between Return of the Jedi and the
Jedi. Battlefront 2.
It's good. But EA didn't just stop there. We loved the previous Battlefront 2015, but we wanted more. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is much bigger than the previous title, with more than 3 times the content of the first game.
Рэй. Хрен какой-то с рожками.
Now, I'm all about that couch co-op, and they're bringing it back with the return of Skirmish, so I'm going to be cuddling up with someone playing me some
Зачем ему такой наплечник? Ты знаешь, как вот для мышек вот такое крепление, чтобы руку на нее положить, удобно было. Вот это такая же фигня какая-то.
Starfighter Assault and deeper progression and customization as well as content from across all eras. But, as we know, Star Wars is not just some checklist of great features.
Звездные войны не какая-то
хрень. The team at DICE in Stockholm has some of the most talented multiplayer designers in the world, and they've been working on changes to make sure Star Wars Battlefront 2 has the multiplayer we're all looking for. These game changers, they basically get like tapped on the shoulder because they're the best Battlefront players in the world, and then they get secretly flown out to Stockholm. As long as they provide valuable feedback, they get an early look at the game. Sounds like an awesome program, and if I didn't suck at multiplayer, maybe I get an invite. That's true. So, let's hear more from them about their time at DICE.
Я думал, сейчас на них, короче, звезда смерти упадет.
And the good news is this, the developers have been listening.
I'm really excited to let the game
О,
changers
да,
get
эти
their hands on
знакомые
the game.
звуки.
Right?
Из детства.
The clean UI look is going to stay. There's still time to change something if it's not working.
О, Кеслин.
Oh my god! My first impression of the game is upgraded. All 3 eras are going to be in the game.
Фига у них такой этот. Как бы офис.
One of the biggest ones that a lot of fans are excited about is the class system. They split the characters up into different classes.
They have different weapons, special abilities that you can customize.
It affects your health. It affects how you are going to support your team.
There's going to be more content. You're going to have to get used to a lot of new different techniques on how to play.
The
gunplay and the weapons have completely been redone compared to the first Battlefront. Now there is a lengthened skill gap in it.
It feels a lot better and go, oh, okay, this gun feels kind of more real, less floaty.
Which is your favorite hero so far? We're introducing a system called Battle Points, which will allow you to become not only heroes, but other things on the battlefield.
As you're helping your team
За дронов тоже поиграть можно.
There's such a plethora of things to spend it on, vehicles, or even coming in as a hero.
And the coolest thing, I think, is the level of customization, not just from a weapon standpoint, but the actual character's own abilities.
Collaborating with the Game Changers is always a really great working environment when you're trying to figure things out.
I mean, to know that you're giving key feedback to make it a better experience for everybody, it's like putting your footprint out there and saying, look, I'm part of this.
Is everyone in position?
Yeah. Ready?
Everyone ready?
So I'm going to participate in making the trailer. It's a whole different level of fantasy.
Alright, recording. So in 3, 2, 1.
And now, on behalf of the EA Game Changers and DICE, this is the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer gameplay.
Мультиплеер геймплей, это хорошо. Меня в последнее время вот, на всякие мультиплееры тянет. Прям в одиночке мне прям не заходит.
Да-да.
Украинские захватчики. Блин, это прикольно.
Assignments. They are unusual.
Yoda, Darth Maul, Wookiees, Kylo Ren versus Rey. I watched that thing like 20 times backstage with my mom before this even started. My mom's here, yes, it's a big day for me, I'm sorry.
Как может быть связано Кайло Рен и ее мать?
Okay, so we have even more exciting things for you. In just a moment, YouTube personality shoutcaster Alex Goldenboy Mendez and DICE developer Paul Kesslin will showcase Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer. Yep. We've got 39 game changers ready to go, head-to-head in a 20 versus 20 match, battle on Theed, and I'm gonna take the 40th slot. We'll see. Okay, but you're not gonna want to miss this because, like, maybe you've seen some teasers, but this is the real thing, okay? All the bells and whistles, all the newness, but before we take you there, another big Star Wars Battlefront fan has some exciting news.
Hi guys, it's John Boyega here.
О,
Thought I wasn't
это
going to
же
turn
вроде
up
тот
because
косой
I'm sorry I
штурмовик.
can't be there with you because I'm doing a play in London, but I do have some great news. Obviously, you know I'm a massive fan of Star Wars Battlefront 1, and now we're going into the next chapter with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm very, very excited to share this news with you. We've seen Yoda, we've seen Luke, we've seen all the other characters, but where's Finn? Finn will definitely be a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2 alongside with Captain Phasma as part of the first season of free content. And there's more. On top of that, we also get to play on the new planet Krayt that you saw on the Last Jedi teaser trailer.
Ты видишь у него эти девственные усики?
I'm gonna be playing. You see Finn running around whooping some ass.
Я вижу, что у него губы, блин,
So I'm getting
цветные.
ready, getting set for you guys to play with me on Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm excited. Let's play.
Okay, but did you listen? Finn and Phasma are headed to Star Wars Battlefront 2 this holiday.
Желтым это, короче, это маленький килобит показывает.
Yes.
Он то есть, то его
The
нет.
team at DICE heard our feedback loud and clear on the previous Battlefront and are committed to keeping this community together with themed seasons of content post-launch for all players at no additional charge.
Что-то про церковь.
So, the first season, inspired
Типа,
by
знаешь,
Star Wars
поиграешь
The
и
Last
пойдешь
Jedi,
молиться,
is
короче.
only the beginning of the additional content coming to this game. All post-launch heroes, maps, weapons, and vehicles will be free for everyone who owns Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes. And yesterday, EA announced that players who pre-order will get early access to multiplayer
Beta
beta
и Early
and
Access.
Yoda's epic lightsaber.
О, у него еще волосы есть твои.
So, let us recap.
Волосатый
New
Йода.
essential Star Wars story. Multiplayer across all 3 Star Wars eras, space battles, split-screen co-op, and free content that will keep us playing together for years to come. Yes, right? Yes. Yes.
Нет.
I am so honored to be just a tiny little part of this
Задолбала базарить го игру.
I can't believe they let me do this
Знаешь,
today.
то, что вот это вот было, что мы с тобой назвали этим пятым Fallout'ом, короче, это игра называется Anthem.
Ну и как там?
Типа от разработчиков Mass Effect.
Ну, мне как-то пофиг, эта игруля по любасу тоже будет стоить 2000.
Ну да.
Блин, капец, этот чувак по центру на Гошку Ценко похож.
А, да.
Гоша, привет, ты как туда попал? Гоша, они тебя в плен взяли, я сейчас приеду за тобой.
We'll be showing people going. The droids are attacking Theed. They'll be going all the way up the main pathway towards the Royal Palace. They need to escort the MTT tank. From there, if we progress to stage 2, the droids need to try to bypass security, make their way into the palace itself. If they're successful, they'll be able to take on the throne room, and there the droids will ideally try to capture that from the clone army. Unfortunately, the clone army is still there. Needs to try to push them out. And make that last stand.
Захватить
Take a moment here and appreciate the fact that we get to be droids in Star Wars. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Are you guys
8 на 8.
Man,
Не, в принципе, прикольно. Это еще учитывая, с какой периодичностью там будет это регенерация.
Yeah, no, it's been super exciting, and we got a chance to play yesterday, and it's just really fun to sort of get into this environment. You know, it's something that we've seen in the movies, but we were actually in the gameplay, and with somebody here who has actually worked on the game.
Знаешь, вот играя за ботов, вот за этих вот, можно спокойно говорить, то, что эти боты. Капец, они так быстро бегают. Или это ускоренный тип режим? Нормально, они уже вовсю рубятся. Ко мне кто-то на стрим зашел и ушел. Чего не так? Все ново.
Now this is awesome because essentially phase 1 you get to escort an MTT down the street of Theed here, and the pressure is on for the clones. They have to hold back the assault here, Paul.
They do, definitely. The droids are sitting there trying to escort that MTT up the main pathway. If they're successful, we go on to that stage 2. But right now we're seeing some specialist gameplay from, I think, Battlefront updates.
Еще несколько видов оружия. Своему попал. Вот тут как нагнулся. Роботы и так могут. Ты просто видел этот божественный кат. Вот с корабля летать топово. Ты знаешь, герои-генералы будущее. А?
Дроны.
Я подбит. О, лох. Блин, а нафиг они там корабль заспавнили сверху? Люди же летают, им будут. Откуда стреляет вообще, пацан, не понимает.
But we see here a little clip of the V-Wing doing that. Oh man.
О, R2-D2. Мне кажется, это триумфальные ворота в Питере. Это Питер. Или триумфальная арка. Давно не был в Питере. Сепаратист. Мистер Муслик. Типа, знаешь, там какой-то новый чувак присоединился, что-то с ним болтает, они его сепаратистом назвали.
And we're talking a little bit more about the assault class. So for somebody who has just started playing this, never played any previous versions, do you feel like the assault class might be something perfect for them to pick up?
I think the assault class is yes, absolutely. It's something that is that's painful. The assault class is something that a lot of players will be able to jump right into. They're your frontline flanker attacker. I think they're going to be fairly easy. You can get right in and just.
А, ВХ. Смотри, игра еще не вышла, а уже 4.
That switches you over to a shotgun. You get a little bit faster, and you're able to really get in there and kind of, you know, break through those front lines.
I love it. I love it.
В принципе, выглядит прикольно. Вот был бы еще от первого лица. Мне было попроще в ней играть. Типа, знаешь, потому что там вечно меняется, какого ключа смотреть неудобно. Это уже War Thunder какой-то.
This is certainly what a lot of folks love in Star Wars, and just really in any game that DICE makes, right? They just always do a good job.
Как я на другой перешел трансляцию. Ну, трансляцию Твича, короче, они ищут. А то мне туда задолбало лагать, короче.
Не знаю, у меня вот на Твиче не лагает.
Я на Твиче посмотрел на Твич канале. И
я все время смотрел на Twitch.
I mean, we want to give you a little bit more weapon variety this time around, you know?
Yeah.
Also, some AAT tank action here, and this is doing what it does best. It's suppressing that point.
Пец, прям реально штурмовики. Ты просто видишь, он стреляет куда угодно, но только не пройти. Гранатами себя чуть не убил еще.
Oh, you saw a little combat roll there. Got to give you some escape options in case you get into some hairy action.
Uh-oh, we didn't get to see this one before. Finally,
some ATRTs, yes. So these are great for taking out those ATRTs.
Я бы на таком покатался.
Quick. They have an ion charge ability. That way they'll be able to do a little bit more extra damage against the tank should they see it. So you can imagine like 3 or 4 of these on the battlefield, really rushing around points. Like, look at this.
Can you stop someone out? What can you do with this?
You can run someone over if you want.
I was actually going to say, could I get shot off of it if I'm on top of it because my body's exposed? That question was answered, you know, instantly.
Мистер Мусей.
Сепаратист.
Oh man. So, Mr. Musso here, you know, look for this guy to be on a tear a little bit later as well. And also, I did want to highlight we had an officer as
Clone Troopers.
We did, one of my favorite classes.
What is it about the officer that makes it so unique?
I mean, my Twitch skills aren't what they used to be.
I'm
a bit slower nowadays, but I'm able to really buff up my class, or buff up my teammates, try to let them get some extra health, let them push through the points faster, and
what happened there?
Finally some good dogfighting going in there.
Okay,
so
all right.
What's great about some of these starfighters is these are accessed through our new battle point system. So instead of finding a pickup token on the map like we used to in the last game, you're now able to, depending on how well you do, whether you're scoring points via kills, via team play assists, or you're playing the objective like we really want players to do, you're earning points continuously that will allow you to spend those on whether it be a special character, whether it be a vehicle, or even a hero.
the battle points that allows you to unlock all of those things.
All those things, definitely.
And also something to look out for too. When we get into phase 2, that's when battle points are
Блин,
really gonna
мне уже хочется в эту игру не
Right
поиграть.
now, definitely you see a lot more. It's an open space. It's
Серьезно?
time for this air combat. There's some vehicle gameplay. But once we get inside, it's going to be a different story.
That's right. Things
Ногой
are
ударился.
definitely need to heat up. And what is this happening, right? This is a
He's getting
lock-on just
locked
trying
on.
to shake him out.
Yep.
Yeah, they better enjoy their air combat here, because that's not going to be happening for much longer.
Oh, Master G is just destroying him. Oh, he got picked off. Nice job.
Жестко.
I mean, he's doing what he needed to do to support his team, right? It's that combined arms fire. You want to make sure that somebody's trying to cover you from the air.
Oh boy. So, and you can see after every respawn as well, you get those.
How many points you're earning?
Right? So
That's
you
right.
can use those later on. Got some specialist gameplay here as well. Maybe you can take off a couple faces, perhaps. That
And
would
so
be
in the
pretty
specialist
good.
class, you can also deploy different types of traps as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. So they have access to a trip mine. So if you want to sit there and you want to be, that true sniper character, you set up some trip mines behind yourself, make sure nobody can flank you. But really, you're there to provide some of that cover fire for your troops downrange. And it's especially potent in this area because it is such a big open
Интересно,
area.
Макс еще здесь
So that
или нет?
specialist really shines.
Не знаю, у меня никто не смотрит трансляцию, значит у меня его точно нет.
I have to say, man, Musok is killing it in this world.
Again, he's doing great. Oh, and we see there one of the officer classes right next to one of the clones.
Officers are fantastic for pushing, right? You want to be able to push the objective.
Definitely.
Support your team. Like, if you are playing with your buddies, you want to be able to have at least one officer available because he keeps you going in the fight.
At least. I mean, they really help push, when those heavies are trying to drive towards a point, you got your officers behind you, giving you some extra health, making sure that you're still able to complete that push. Or on the opposite side, if you're one of the droids, you really need to lock down a point, the officers have access to a turret that they can place on the ground and, give a little bit more fire support for that area.
I'm trying to see if Massive G here's, he's really focused on the bombing runs, right? He's not trying to go into combat with Musok, who's up there. There's Darkness 429 just shredding everyone up here. Maybe he can get a couple kills in the corner.
He just went into siege mode?
Yeah, this is happening.
Oh yeah, so tell us about the siege mode.
Sure, so
how does this play out?
In siege mode, for a limited time, you're able to just blow up some huge area effect shots. You lock down your position, but you're able to have a lot more firepower.
Слепошара.
Super battle droid there as well. That's
Упор
something you
там
can get
был.
as well.
Another one of my favorites. Yeah, you can grab those guys via the battle point system. Those guys, great at pushing points again. They have high health, a lot of rapid fire. Oh,
here we go.
Oh, there it is.
And this big explosion indicates phase 1 is over. Now we start phase 2. And this is when the action really begins to pick up here because it gets really tight inside of that building and players need to be mindful of that and look for this B2 to just shred through everyone, especially with that cooling ability that he has.
Это еще не все. Теперь нужно внутрь пробраться.
He's gonna make a huge difference here as the fight moves inside. I mean,
Блин,
it's gonna be
вот это
narrow
серьезно
pathways.
классно.
He's gonna be able to just shred as soon as anybody gets in his way. Because it's those narrow corridors could be trouble.
And just waiting for the prime opportunity to push up here. Players falling, got white boy there. Here we go.
Yes.
Here we go, folks.
This
Darth
is where
Maul.
it starts to get interesting.
This is
scary.
Darth Maul will excel in phase 2 and phase 3 as you're inside. I mean, he's a great mobile attacker. He's gonna sit
Especially
there
because
with his
it's such
lightsaber.
close quarters too, so
Oh,
he's
exactly.
absolutely perfect for that.
Absolutely. I mean, some of his abilities you can see here, he's got that spin attack. He's able to just rush in and out of combat and just take guys out in the process.
И типа и как они выбирают, кто это получает Дарт Мола?
There's Boba Fett as well. But he was talking about how he wishes Darth Maul could reflect. I was like, if he could reflect, he'd be too strong. He'd be way too strong.
That was a good flank by Boba Fett and Maul. Just shredded the clone army, unfortunately.
So what role does Boba Fett fill in this?
Как этого наемника, кстати, зовут?
So if the clone army is able to get some of their heroes in play,
Они черт отдал, они вольнули Дарт Мола. Вроде там лежал.
Fire off some rockets and really just take out an individual target.
And so what difference does he have from the last game?
From the last game, we've given him a bit of new tricks. He's got a new concussion rocket that will really disorient players completely. He also has this rocket barrage. Instead of just one rocket, he's able to really just lay down some suppressive fire.
Nice. Also, one thing to keep in mind, we saw the B2, here we go, but on the clone side, there are specialist, characters that you can pick up as well.
Была бы у меня возможность, я просто этот замок с землей сравнял на том танке.
From Battlefront the original. That's right. Brought back here, but now focused on the central class.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're back to Boba Fett here with the
look at
rocket
that.
jumps there.
He's shredding.
Able to just lay down so much firepower. It's intense.
Oh,
they got him though.
Down. Jesse was able to find him on that one, but here comes some officer gameplay here.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody playing some support.
Support people matter too.
They do.
You know, you gotta give them some love.
We're the linchpin of the team, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what is his 2 exactly? His 2 is the healing.
His 2 abilities that, yeah.
И вообще нормально без всякой брони бегать.
А нет, в рубашке родились.
В форме сразу родились.
В скрытом бронежилете, который будет костей.
Но на самом деле они круче джедаев. Высоты Дарт Мол есть, а джедай. О, Рэй. Че, их замахали? Где она? Вот. Она скачет. Ой, все возьмали.
No, but Ray has mind trick affect enemies. Absolutely. So Ray's mind trick is something that against all enemies, they'll be confused for a little bit. Your controls will kind of, work against you, making you a little bit more vulnerable to attack.
Just so you guys know, this is when it gets insane.
Все превратилось в стрим. О, стоп. Все превратилось в стрим этого Звездных Воинов.
Чем?
Весь EA превратился в стрим Звездных Воинов.
Уже полчаса, по-моему, идут. Минут 20 точно.
Меня уже в сон клонит.
А?
Меня уже в сон клонит.
А, ну есть такой, да.
Laying down fire.
Through the doorway, just absolutely dominating the clones. They need to push out. They need to fight this one out here. There are so many lives left that the separatists
Боба Джет. Точно, вот его Боба зовут. Этого наемника зовут Боба. Все, сегодня я буду спать спокойно.
I'm a separatist fan, so I'm excited.
I'm just gonna go on whichever team wins.
Oh,
okay. So I'm not gonna be too picky here.
Okay, jump and ship. I understand that. No loyalties. Maybe you are Sith after all.
Maybe I am.
Who knows? Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah. So in this third phase, though, the droids are trying to capture that throne room. So you can see here, if you remember, this is the main throne.
And this is such super close quarters. Do you have any sort of strategies that you would?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're the clones, you're hoping that. Oh, geez.
Han Solo's just getting torn up.
This is gonna be trouble.
It's like too soon, man. I can't relive Force Awakens again. Like don't do it.
Darth Maul is just destroying absolutely everything. I mean, is there any tips to taking him down?
I mean, you want to try to combine arms fire.
Разово поражение.
The tip is.
ГГ изи или.
Run away and just shoot the crap out of Darth Maul.
При 6 убийств. MVP.
Мейн, там, самый ценный игрок.
Well, guys, that was it. What did you guys think?
Intense.
Not bad. I'm lying. It was freaking awesome. I love it.
Да, даже сказать больше.
I love the class-based gameplay personally. Because again, you can really get your squad, your friends, to get together and say hey, I want to, run the officer, and we're going to do some highlights here. Maybe not.
Не хотел бы оказаться в том аппарате.
Actually, I think it's just a crash montage. I think that's what we're going to do at this point. It's just all crashing all the time. I'm down with that.
But it was Nusuk. I mean, he's sitting there, get as many battle points as he can for his next life. I mean, that's what you want to try to see with those battle point systems. You want to either snowball your points, keep earning them, keep building, getting more and more things.
Yeah, that's right. And again, just the game. One thing I do want to compliment the team on, EA and DICE, just the way the game looks. It's so beautiful, especially seeing this part of the Star Wars universe brought to life. The way that you guys really managed.
Бессмысленный гранатометчик просто куда-то в воздух шмалит.
We try. I mean, the team back home is amazing. They do incredible things. I mean, you can see it looks so pretty. Just look at this laser fire. It's intense.
Блять, ходит, и в него стреляют все, блин. Он, блядь, толком выстрелить нормально не может.
Просто, знаешь, разработчики, когда сделали новую игру, просто сидят сейчас и задротят.
Вы, Саш, за сердце хватаете.
That hurts.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Separatists all day.
Well, guys, that was so awesome. Now, if you guys are in LA, you can come join us at FanFest this weekend. And if you come down on Monday, we've got a chance for you guys to win a trip to Gamescom in Germany this August. All you have to do is come and play, which is, I mean, that's not asking too much. And you have to be the best player of your match, and you guys will be entered to win a trip for two to Cologne,
То есть вы, звери, хотите сказать, что все закончилось? Типа постримили там часик, 20 минут, и все?
А ты думал?
Честно. Хочешь честно скажу? Я не думал ничего. У меня выходные.
Я бы эти утра посидел, блядь.
Не, если бы до утра было, я просто ПК оставил включенным, сам спать пошел. Кому надо, пусть посмотрит. А я надеюсь, они Гошу обратно на родину вернут.
I do have a problem.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's just so much Star Wars goodness. I can't help it.
I gotta pick it up. I have to play.
You should try it.
Yeah, I know my brother. He's going nuts
брат,
about it, so I guess I have to make it happen.
Yeah, I was actually playing. I started playing in December, so around the holidays. That's pretty much all I did.
Состояние трансляции зеленое. Не стал же.
All right, sorry, I'm busy. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Stay tuned to battlefront2.com for more about the game, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Paul. Golden Boy, this was incredible. And now I'm going to send it over to Patrick for more.
Аплодисменты.
Или только со Звездными войнами закончено.
And thank you to the real rock stars of this show.
О, Рокстар. Сейчас что-то будет.
You are truly amazing.
4500 килобит рекомендовано.
Now, we can't wait for more of you to play. And there's more coming. Stay tuned online for a closer look at some of our biggest games. And remember, EA Play is for all of you, our players. Thank you all for joining us. Now, let's play.
Let's play.
Let's play. Давайте играть. Rockstar играть.
А, Star Wars.
О, Енакин.
Мобильная игра.
У тебя тоже звука нету?
Да.
Ребята, типа, это, вот, проблемы со стримом. Когда знаешь, как запустить картинку с мобилы, но не знаешь, как звук.
Вот, звук появился.
Ой, там кому-то по заднице надают за эту тишину. Самое главное это. Последнее, скачайте ее и все. Дальше не слушайте.
We're here to talk to you today about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and a brand new character we have come to the game.
Galaxy of Heroes.
Grand Admiral Thrawn. Today I'm joined by Cassandra Gomez, Community Manager for Galaxy of Heroes, also known as Cozy Spoon in the community, and Daniel McLaren, Lead Designer on Galaxy of Heroes, also goes by Not Really a Jedi.
It's true.
Jedi.
I'm not actually a Jedi, but I'm excited to be here.
But enough pleasantly, it's not pleasantries. I want to get
Hey,
into it.
Jedi.
With just the Empire rework and the Dark Side Rising, we're bringing it to the culmination of Grand Admiral Thrawn. I want to know more about him.
So before we get into it, I think we have a trailer we're going to show you guys, so let's go ahead and roll that.
Че за синелицый аватар какой-то?
App Store, Google Play. Ага.
Типа, знаешь, это собирай этих игроков. Типа, знаешь, там карточки полюбас какие-то будут. Открываешь, короче, сундучок, тебе выпадает этот персонаж.
Community has been in a Rebel season. They're ready for Empire Dark Side season. And they want to know about Grand Admiral Thrawn. What can you tell us? And most importantly, the community wants to know, how can we wreck faces?
And that's awesome because Admiral Thrawn is one of those characters that in the universe, he's incredible. I mean, he's the guy that was unstoppable. He's defeated everybody. He's the only alien allowed in the fleet at this time. So bringing that to design and bringing him in, trying to figure out how we were going to make him, that was the real challenge. So we spent a lot of time figuring out what are the kit design pieces that we need to put together to end up with a guy who was a killer in PvP, could do very well in PvE, but ultimately still function as a beast inside raids. So
tell me, how is he a beast in raids? And tell me more about this cleanser. I'm hearing rumors of cleansing.
Yeah, so he is the first Empire character that brings a cleanse to Empire allies only. So he has the ability to not only cleanse himself, but a targeted ally as well. But he has something that's super unique that we've never done with any character before, and that is that Admiral Thrawn brings a special ability to every Empire-only ally in your team. That ally will now have the ability to cleanse their own debuffs, and in doing so, allow themselves to manipulate their own turn meter. Thrawn then manipulates other people's turn meter, and inside raids, that functionality has changed a little bit. So, for example, he might do a speed down or a speed up on somebody and then later apply ability block buff. Total nerd here, but then when you take that into a raid, he says, I no longer do that, but I apply a defense down instead, and it's unresistible. So a lot of functionality we've added to him, made him very strategic. One other thing that's super cool is he has the ability to take his own turn meter, completely get rid of it, apply it to somebody else, and at the same time, messing with their protection. So super strategic, super excited. I'm super excited.
He's getting creative out there.
Yeah.
Almost an artist of war.
Yes, totally an artist of war. Yeah, he's incredible.
Can you tell us a bit about the event that's coming up?
So, you will be able to acquire Grand Admiral Thrawn through our traditional legendary event structure. So, you will need to go out, get the Phoenix Squad members, as they are the people that we see in the show with Thrawn. He's their primary protagonist, or I'm sorry, primary antagonist. And
yeah,
so,
I was about to say, wait.
Yeah, he's their friend, best friend ever. So you'll take your Phoenix Squad, you'll go in, you will fight Thrawn, and you will be able to acquire a Thrawn, up to a 7-star Thrawn through the participation in this event.
Cannot
Yeah,
wait.
Я не помню, мне что-то информатичка говорила.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is our. Actually.
На нескольких каналах еще начался я.
Yes.
Только
So,
сейчас.
Thrawn will be
Ты
available
помнишь, мне
June
информатичка
15th,
говорила,
in,
типа,
like I said, traditional
а
legendary
вот ты
style
знаешь,
event.
как
We're
правильно
super excited, so
раскручивать
you got plenty
канал?
of time.
Там
The game is set up for you right
что-то
now.
там
We've brought all the
прописывать
Phoenix members
какую-то хрень.
into
Надо
the
у нее
game. They're
поподробнее
completely
про это
accessible.
спросить.
So go, get them ready to
Походу
go.
шарит.
Thrawn will be there. Like I said, everybody's really excited. We're amped.
Awesome. So next week, you're going to be able to get your hands on Thrawn in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So that concludes our EA Star Wars portion of the show. We're now going to throw to Need for Speed Payback. I believe we've got an awesome trailer. So, all right. Thanks, everyone.
Уже было. Баян. Баян.
Повторяйтесь, друзья.
We're gonna end this, starting now.
Get me close to him. I'll take care of the rest. There's something much bigger going on here. Get down! Hey, Matt. You built this all yourself?
An artist can turn any scrap into a supercar.
This crew right here, that's the future.
We own these streets, Tyler, and the house always wins.
Well, not tonight it didn't.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here at EA Play, checking out Need for Speed Payback. I got two devs here with me, and we're going to be checking out some gameplay and some customization. I'm here with Will Ho, who's the creative director on Need for Speed.
Всякие. О.
Обрубилось.
Все понятно.
Все понятно.
Ни у одного меня проблемы сегодня.
Вов рип. Вау. Слезы все, да. Ну-ка, подожди, давай-ка перейдем на E3 2017. Ну-ка, здесь нормально должно все быть. Да, здесь нормально вроде. Окей.
Что там работает?
Да.
Кидай ссылочку, короче. Вот ведь жуки, а. Пейбак. Уфига, они просто тут спамят жестко в чате. На Твиче.
А чё там не...
О, рестартнулось, нет?
А.
Что-то сейчас вроде показалось. Типа это такой плей.
А тебе там не предлагают перейти на трансляцию Твича самого?
Так я на Твиче смотрю.
Ну, я имею в виду, что не канал eSports в Твиче, а именно что Twitch. Прям вот канал.
Нет, я вообще сижу с инкогнито.
В рекомендуемых каналах там обычно.
Да,
там, когда смотришь трансляцию...
Фулл трейлер есть.
У тебя там вот есть вверху каналы, которые подписаны, и там друзья онлайн, короче, и внизу рекомендации каналов.
Ну, есть Twitch, вот сам Twitch. Да.
Ну вот там и 3 написано должно быть.
Да. Не в сети. Прямая
там,
трансляция.
Вот, там смотрят 112 470.
О, все, там опять этот... Смотрят вот какая трейлер.
Я вижу.
А, вот они уже играют. Это просто кат-сцена.
It's got a massive city called Silver Rock with tons of different districts that you can explore and race in. Plus, we've got the mountains for great, drifting events.
Тут качество хуже.
We've got the canyons and a desert. And this is a place called Ember Valley. You look at it, it's sunny, it's hot, it makes you thirsty just looking at it. It's the perfect setting for an action movie heist like the one you're about to do.
So one of the things that's already really cool is that I can just drive off-road. You're no longer confined completely to road.
Просто, конечно, надо все собрать. Я думал, сейчас красиво кто-то это.
Все знаки, да.
Ага. Знает, как правильно управлять. Сейчас красиво все будет. Нет, все собрал просто.
Cool. So what's going on here? There's the truck. That's what we got to take down.
The crew, they're meeting here. They're waiting for this truck. It's carrying the $2 million Koenigsegg.
Типа беспально добрались до
сюда. And then Tyler and Jess are going to hop into action here. They're going to hop into their Mustang RTR. Yeah, classic Need for Speed ride here. All right.
So what's the plan? What are we planning to do?
Yeah, so Tyler's going to take the wheels, going to use his street racing skills to carve his way through dense traffic. He's going to deal with some AI rivals that are going to protect the cargo, but most importantly, he's going to drive and catch that truck so that Jess can get into position to hijack this truck in motion.
All right, sounds good. Let's get going and catch up to this truck.
See what you can do, Nick.
All right, so I've got nitrous. There we go.
You got nitrous, punch it. You're going to try to catch up to these rivals. We got 2 Dodge Challengers, all blacked out. They're clearly evil.
Gotta take them out. Yeah, let's go. So, we got health on top. Whoa, that was a quick takedown.
Знаешь, вот это вот, когда едешь с небольшой скоростью, натрагиваешься и, короче, резко ускоряешься. Вот это жестко. Знаешь, как коробка обычно отлетела? Фига, грузовик газанул, это просто сотка миль в час, это капец. Почти 200 километров. Вообще там это, когда поворачивает, у него прицеп до боком вообще идти должен.
So we caught up to the truck and things never go to plan.
Yeah, in action movies, things go sideways. So, the truck driver really doesn't want you to steal that Koenigsegg. So he's brake checked you, the doors are flying open, you're sitting back. He's just, he's booking it right now. He's plowed through all these traffic cars, making life tough for you. You got to navigate your way through the scene and catch up to that truck.
He's made an absolute mess of this highway. All right, so I'm pushing.
Грузовичок что-то долбанулся.
You can catch him, Nick.
I'm going. I need more nitrous, man.
Here we go. Here we have some enforcers. So now, talking about the AI improvements we made. So a lot of the fans are asking for tougher AI, so that when they catch up to opponents, they're really jostling and battling with them. Every overtake is earned. So these guys have ramped up their attitude to 11. Right? So when you shove them, they're going to fight back. So they're not going to make life easy for you now.
Yeah, they hit you pretty hard.
What's cool is as you learn the world, you find different things in the environment that you can use against your rivals. So looking out for telephone poles, guardrails, traffic cars.
У меня трансляция немного позже идет.
Traffic jam for AAUs.
У меня они только вот этот, только вот первого вывел на бэхе.
Я смотрю вообще без геймплейсов, зато что попадаться. Пока едешь.
Come on, Nick. So one of the things that's really cool is, the best way I kind of think now, is to crash into things in the environment, like using those poles. It's a little hard, but absolutely it's effective.
In AAU, you're going to find ways that you want to go through this mission yourself. So even if you replay it over and over again, you're going to find different ways to take down these enforcers each time you play.
Trying to deal with them. They're tough, man.
Use them. Only 2 left, Nick. The truck is getting away, man. You want that car.
There's no way this truck's getting away.
Oh! That was a movie moment if I ever saw one.
All right, let's get rid of this guy.
All right.
There we go.
Again, we play up, these action movie moments, right? When you have these big crashes, we're gonna present it to you.
То, что это бах, это понятно, там, а вот какая X6?
Oh, he's gonna come charging at you. Let go.
There we go. There you got him.
Just like you planned it, Nick.
Yeah, 100% on purpose.
Yes, of course. All right, now punch it. You gotta catch it.
Просто, знаешь, я вот недавно видел X5, и он, короче, выглядел капец древним просто, там, как он выглядел снаружи. Вот его модель сама.
Так, ну это
Pushing hard.
Truck driver's going to oncoming, making your life difficult. You gotta weave through that oncoming traffic.
I'm trying to find a gap. There we go.
There's my gap. Line it up for Jess. Come on.
There we go.
Here's Jess's big moment.
Тёлка повесла.
Ща, давай, стуха, прыгай.
А из грузовика в то время какая-то.
Я не понимаю, как машина еще не разбилась просто. Столько всего уже пережила.
Switching characters, I like it. And there you go.
You got it. You've done this before. You've stolen a $2 million
Чокнутая женщина.
A couple of times. Yeah. All right, so now
you
we
get
gotta
to feel that sense of speed in this awesome hypercar.
This thing's fast.
You generate some heat in this mission. So look out here. You've got epic.
Знаешь, типа они показали трейлер, поиграли, показали, поиграли. Типа, может, это Battlefield 1 очень интересное.
Avoid rhinos, avoid spike strips, roadblocks, all the intense
А, ну все понятно, кто такой Криворукий. Он на Xbox играл.
А хоть сказать, бы играл бы на DualShock на PS4, да?
Да.
Я
Xbox недолюбливаю.
Я тоже, по мне больше DualShock, чем геймпад от Xbox. Я его не понимаю. Я поэтому если куплю геймпад от PS3.
Maybe we got some cool stuff. So yeah, this is Bryn, the vehicle director? Vehicle art director, there we go. So you know these cars inside and out.
Yes, I've lived and breathed them for the last couple of years.
All right, so we're going to do some customization. Obviously, customization
мне
is
так
huge
стики
for
на
Need
нем
for Speed.
как-то дебильно расположены.
Да.
And it's bigger.
Потому что если DualShock у него не рядом, то у него, короче, один который левый, у него типа там, где
сверху,
где крестовина, короче говоря, крестовина снесена на место этого стика. Вот, и получается каким-то
effectively give you limitless cars. So you can bring them in and out of your garage and, work with the cars that you want to work with.
Cool. So you can do just as many as you want.
Absolutely.
Но в том-то дело, конечно, что может быть тебе неудобно это на Xbox играть, да, но сейчас большинство игр именно под Xbox, под именно этот геймпад. Да, точно. А не под DualShock.
bit more performance oriented.
Okay, we got some
Да
muscle
нет,
as well.
ничего.
Got some muscle cars.
PlayStation, как бы, это типа влиятельнее, чем Xbox.
Ну не знаю, потому что
И
сейчас просто
эксклюзивов больше.
вот типа в играх там сейчас во что не играл, то
Бери жука! Бери жука! Жука бери!
там везде, короче, типа кнопки показывались, короче, как раз Xbox. Ну, то есть это они с этого. Как они вот на геймпаде от Xbox, короче говоря.
We've built this feature called the Derelicts that, again, Marcus touched upon it in the live show, but what the Derelict is a way for us to kind of let the player explore the open world that we've got. It's a rich open world that we have, so we've put these cars out there in the world for you to find and explore and kind of take them back to your garage and find all the parts that you need to build them. Cool. So effectively, it takes
Кстати говоря, стрим как раз Xbox будет. Microsoft.
That's scrap to stock to supercar.
Cool. So let's jump in the Beetle and fix it up a bit.
Yes, absolutely.
Посмотрим, что они
It's a
там.
bit run down right now, right?
Yeah.
So we want to restore it back to stock.
Yeah. Now we should probably say as well, these derelicts, you don't need to restore them like
Знаешь,
this.
в 4 утра стримить, что-то жестко.
Yeah, for sure. Not my particular style, but you know what I mean.
It might be somebody's style.
So yeah, you can see some more of the parts. They're
Вау,
looking pretty
пороги.
good.
Absolutely. So we've tried to make sure that we've got parts in every interaction point that we have for this car. We want to make sure that we've got a rich experience wherever you go on the car.
Ну в 5 часов, в принципе, тоже так.
We've designed a lot of parts for this car as well because, you know, out there in reality, there's not that much that you can do to a Beetle, but this is Need for Speed, right? And we want to take it that extra step further.
Of course, of course. So, we can play around with this car. Let's
Блин,
talk about some of the
я
brands
жука
that
без
are also
передних
in Need for Speed
крыльев не
Payback.
узнаю
Yeah,
просто.
so we've not ditched any of the brands that we had previously. So we've come back and we've got your Rocket Buddies, we've got your Liberty Walks, we've got your Voltex parts, you've got APR parts, we've got all these rims that you can see right now.
So many rims.
So we love that stuff. We want to bring that back to the people.
Of course. So, I think we've done a pretty good job of showing this off. Shall we show off the big thing?
Yeah, so I talked about it previously. We want to take these cars to supercars, right? So here we are, we've got our super builds. So these are effectively the biggest, the baddest, the most performance-orientated cars that you can build in the
Когда-то ленивая жопа и все за тебя сделали.
Некоторые топовые блогеры уже все сдались. Уже не стримят это все дело.
So what
до
do
конца
these do?
просто.
We should say that these are derelict things, specific cars.
So yeah, the derelict cars that you find in the world will be the only ones that we can take to the super build. We want to make sure that those cars are special and you want to put some time into them and put the effort into making them the super builds, right?
Of course. Now, just while we have some extra time, let's talk about some of the stance tuning and stuff like that.
Stance tuning is back again. So what we've done this time around is tweak them slightly, right? We wanted to make sure that we could slam a car on the deck, right?
Of course.
We love crazy camber, so why not go even further than we did before?
Looks crazy.
It's a bit of a odd combination that you've got there. It's a bit
I'm not done, I'm not
rusty.
done. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the wrap editor. The wrap editor's back. We're not going to go into the detail of it right now because, you know, it would take you days maybe to
Yeah,
get
of
it
course.
right.
So I think that's been a pretty good first look at Need for Speed Payback. Any last words from you guys?
Yeah, everything you love about Need for Speed, plus action driving blockbuster missions. November 10th, check out Need for Speed Payback.
All right, so thanks for checking out Need for Speed Payback. We'll throw it to Madden with the long shot trailer.
Devin, I covered your career at the University of Texas. Where'd you disappear to?
That we put Mathis on the NFL map. A long shot from the depths of the unknown to being drafted by an NFL team.
All the eyes on you. What's to stop you from hightailing again?
Let me ask you something. Why are you here? Because football's my life. My father used to say, when the road knocks you down,
Я смотрю, и зрители-то упали. Резко.
get back up again.
Тебя?
А? Не, стрим ешь. Было
Естественно, может сыграл
100 тысяч было, уже 27 тысяч.
Смотри, опять трейлер, значит сейчас будут фифу, короче, играть.
Ну сейчас, сначала в эту.
Let's go out there and prove to the world that we belong.
Один ливнул.
Our second
О,
live
классный
look
робот.
of Longshot in Madden NFL 18. 4 years in the making.
4 года
in
ушло
the
на
match
спектакль.
today, and for good reason. I'm excited. We're here at EA Play at FanFest. Make sure if you're talking on social media right now, you're
Он
using the
слишком быстро
hashtag EA
говорит, и
Play.
я
But
бы так
alongside
переводил.
me, I have Longshot creative director
Ну,
Mike
последний
Young,
Ливнов.
and you might recognize this gentleman here from Friday Night Lights, but also Colt Cruz in Longshot. Guys, welcome.
Два часа.
I'm in a Madden game. I'm in a Madden game. I never thought it was possible. Woo!
Made it happen.
Yeah, guys, this is a really exciting time, and I know especially for you, 4 years in the making of this process to get to this day, and really some of the main questions that we're focusing on here is the story of Longshot. It's a football story that you can play. You know, what does that really represent, and why is it such a totally different experience to the Madden franchise?
Well, what we went about was really making the first campaign mode in a sports game. So we treated it more like that. It's an interactive movie that you're playing. So it's a totally different format than we've seen in other sports games when they've done story. And I think people are going to be blown away by how emotional it is, how much off the field there is to do and play. And the performances, the cinematography, it really does feel like this seamless movie versus a career mode with story scenes.
And that's the future of gaming, really. I mean, every year, Madden's going to push the envelope to be the authority on football as far as gaming goes, with graphics and with new ways and techniques that you can play it. But storytelling is the future.
Yeah.
Storytelling is where it's at. And the fact that you are getting a movie basically in Madden that has great actors and NFL Hall of Famers all wanting to be a part of it, then you know you got something special. Mike did a bang-up job.
You say there about storytelling, right? A little later on, we're going to bring on some game changers. We're going to bring on some YouTube.
Hey!
No way.
What are you guys talking?
No way. That was not planned. Anything can happen on National Live Internet, I swear.
J.R. Lemon, one of the stars, Devin Wade.
Devin in the flash.
The long shot himself.
Флэш. Какой это флэш? Не флэш.
Wow, nice to meet you. This is a guy moment. This is a pro
This
moment.
is it.
Ой, я
I've been
включил.
watching you a lot on virtually a lot, so this is fantastic to see you. Yeah, so pleasure. Wow, things changed. Okay, so we were actually just talking about
Я титры включил,
the power
чувак.
of story, how it's affecting not
Теперь
just
есть титры.
just entertainment
Какие
in general,
титры?
but moving forward to the
Обычно
gaming
английские
industry.
титры.
For you, what was the story like for Longshot? What was that emotion about for you?
Типа, знаешь, это лучше, чем просто так базарить.
Come on, Mike, get in there.
Oh, get in a little mic. You know, I always call it, we'll just get a little closer anyway. I call it the orphan story. You had this guy who was an innocent, who experienced something like extremely traumatic. He became an orphan. He wanted to sort of start to look inside and he wanted to hide. He goes to the military. And the compelling thing about the story is watching him find his warrior again. Watching him find his way out of that darkness and sort of into confidence again. I think any compelling story has those
Почему бы и
components.
нет?
So
Я
that's what
могу
the
просто
story says to me,
менять
that makes any
вот
sense.
эту,
It does, my guy. Let's get
как
one of these
будут
right here.
выглядеть эти.
Oh, selfie mode. Appreciate that. No, but now we're sidetracked. But again, listen, a good sidetrack, fantastic sidetrack. So for you though now, Mike, for the core Madden community, a lot of what Scott had said there, it is about story, it is about emotion. What can the core Madden community expect when it comes to the emotion in the story of Longshot?
Well, I think there's two things. You want to feel like you're part of a real NFL world. So they're going to be at the combine, a playable combine. We haven't had that since like Madden 06 or something. So there's real authentic experiences here. You actually feel like you're hanging out with Dan Marino. Hall of Famer Dan Marino feels like he is a mentor, a big brother to the Devin character. I think when you embody Devin, you feel like you have a relationship, not just this entourage style cameo.
Чуваку микрофон
On top of
принеси.
that, you just care about these characters. Devin and Colt feel like real friends that have a really big range. It's not just this surface level friendship, but you know, you're gonna have this big range of emotion, humor, fights, a lot of conflict driving in the story.
Вот это самое прикольное вот
Relate
в
to it
этих
because it's a story about getting to the NFL,
Поодиночке
not
стрёмно,
trying
но
to
вот
have people
компашка.
relate to these mega star things that are almost unrelatable. Like so few people get to that spot in their life. But this story I think is so relatable because it's really just about dreams and pursuit of dreams, and the two characters have different perspectives on how they go about it. And I think that's what's going to shine.
Not to put you on the spot, but you guys are friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We have become friends. We didn't know when we started on this journey, but man, we've been there for each other. You know, it's tough. He works at Albuquerque half the year. I'm in New York City all the time, but yeah, we become boys, man.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A, 100%.
You like In-N-Out?
Not In-N-Out.
У нас, короче,
Chick-fil-A.
новость корейская.
I like In-N-Out.
It's the South, baby.
Зовут ее Лера. И она должна была сегодня уже дописать сценарий ко второму фильму. Мы еще первый не отсняли. Так второй, там, типа, знаешь, нам стрельнуло в задницу. Про параллельные миры снять. Типа, знаешь, два параллельных мира столкнулись. Типа, знаешь, вот наша вселенная и другая вселенная, в которой вот, типа, все наоборот. Типа вот я мальчик, а в той вселенной я девочка. Такой прикол. Баянис, правда?
They're just so talented, and I think it's going to be some of the best acting you'll see in video games all year from these two gentlemen.
Well, I think from our side too, like you created an environment that really supported that. I felt like we felt really comfortable just creating and playing and knowing that you would listen if we had ideas or anything like that. And I mean, collaborating, what, 2-3 years down the line, just throughout the process with the script and just thoughts, seeing those ideas show up in the script. So I mean, that does something itself when we talk about the work.
I got a phone call 4 years ago, and I think one of the smartest things that Mike did was say, I want good actors, but I want good actors who are also have either played football or are huge fans of football, so we can just get that all on the side. There's no technical stuff that JR and I had to learn. I played football in high school and college. JR played football in high school and college. We understand, and up into the NFL too, and we understand.
Minutes.
Minutes.
5 minutes.
But we understand the game, so we were able to put all that aside and not even worry about all that. All that language is not foreign to us, which allowed us just to really hone in on just the relationship that you have here.
It had to be authentic.
Yeah.
So
and then you get an Oscar winner, Mahershala Ali, who says, you know what, I want to be a part of your game.
Right.
That's how you know, world, that this script is legit. Mahershala Ali is in our game. It's crazy.
That was surreal.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I remember when he walked on set, people were like,
Yeah, it was him and Dan Marino there the same day. You've got an NFL Hall of Famer who wants to be a part of this, and you got an Oscar winner who wants to be a part of this. And that just speaks volumes to how
Эти титры, типа, они автоматически делаются. И, короче, прикол следующий, что там половина текста вообще... Знаешь, он говорил что-то про какой-то приз, титры мне написали про Оскар. Блин, куда понесло вообще?
If it was going to blow up, it was going to blow up on day one.
Yeah.
The most expensive day.
Well, I'm glad it didn't. Okay, that's fantastic. But you know, and for you, Scott, you know, obviously Friday Night Lights. That's where people will see and recognize you from numerous other things as well. Right. But what was the experience? How does it compare to what you did on Friday Night Lights to what you did with Long Shot?
You know, I've never worked on a project that had as many parallels for me to Friday Night Lights. I've worked on a bunch of other stuff, but nothing had that kind of grounded, small, conversational storytelling that Friday Night Lights had throughout the rest of my career, and so kind of until Long Shot. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, there was so much collaboration, and when I was on Friday Night Lights, I felt like I had ownership of that show because they empowered us to do this. And JR said this earlier, but while doing Long Shot, we also felt very empowered to be a part of the storytelling. We weren't just puppets for words that somebody was very precious with on the page. Mike had brilliant ideas and lovely dialogue, but then also was malleable and wanted to just, we all wanted the same thing, which is to have the greatest story. And that's what we did on Friday Night Lights. I always say it's tough to catch lightning in a bottle twice, but I think that we might have done it with this. I've already done it with Friday Night Lights. And at the heart of Friday Night Lights, it's about interpersonal relationships, about friendships. Like with Jason Street and Riggins, their tragedy changes their relationship. The same thing happens with Devin and with Colt. Tragedy really kind of changes and adjusts their relationship, and it's how they rebound from it that is the beauty of this story, and it's how they overcome. And adversity is used way too much in sports, but when you find out what they both go through, it's true adversity. It's not losing a game, it's losing a part of your life, and how they join together and forge their friendship going forward and push each other to try and achieve the biggest accomplishment they ever could heading towards the NFL draft. It's just a wonderful, beautiful story, and storytelling's where it's at. Just like Friday Night Lights, Longshot does the same thing.
And I think that's, you asked the question about how it's relatable. I think that's what it is. It's not just a story about football. It's a story that all of us have been through in some capacity.
Yeah.
Trying to overcome with people that we love, and trying to, jump over obstacles.
It's the human story, right? I mean, it's something that we all go through. We're all trying to accomplish different things, accomplish different goals. How do we get there? The ebb and flow of all that. And I mean, that's what I'm taking from what you're saying. But
Are we willing, when we're most down, are we willing to look in the mirror and face that and do something about it, essentially? I mean, in the trailer, you have that moment where Devin's, walking towards the window, looking at Lucas Oil. Are we gonna be strong enough to actually get up off the couch, look in the mirror, and take action?
Я уже просто я вот подходил постель,
Are you looking at Lucas Oil? Are you just looking at your reflection in the hotel window? I know what you're looking at, JR. I know what
you see what I'm dealing with.
So right, man.
This is what I'm dealing with every day.
That's fantastic. I mean, I gotta know, have you guys ever played a game of Madden against each other on the sticks?
No, he doesn't want to get on. He doesn't.
Because here's the thing.
He doesn't want to get on against you. He doesn't want it.
Достали базарить.
This guy really only took the role just so he could get free mutt packs.
Yo, this is true. This is 100% true. I went to high school with one of the producers on Madden, and I've been hitting him up for years. Like, hey, can I get some? Can I get some coin? Can I get some coin? In-game coin here? He's like, my hands are tied, man. My hands are tied. I'm like, I know they're not, but now. You got no excuse.
No excuse.
I know somebody shows up with a full-on team overall rating of 99. You're gonna be like, oh, that guy.
He's even
That's
gonna have
Porter. He got 28 billion credits and has all Ruby.
You just heard that right there from Mike Young. He's gonna have his own mutt card. That's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, I get my own mutt card?
Yeah.
Wait, Cole Cruz is gonna be in Madden Overseas? What? Be ready to play with the Cruise missile, baby.
Да ну неужели? Вроде они заканчивают.
It's time to bring in our YouTubers. We have Onto the Boss and we have iMavic. They're going to ask the tough questions. I just gave the layups. I just gave you the easy ones. Okay. These guys are going to ask the tough ones.
All right.
Let's bring them in. Onto, iMav, come on in, guys.
Yeah. What's up, man? Yeah. How you doing?
Ну вот, еще пацаны, они еще с этими базарить будут.
All right, we have a nice wide set here. We could basically start our own team right here, almost, right? But,
right.
All right. Onto, Mav, take it away.
Well, I saw the trailer. I noticed a lot of familiar faces, and I wanted to ask Mike, what other stars did you work with when creating Longshot?
Well, we mentioned earlier Mahershala Ali. That was pretty insane. It was before he won the Academy Award. What was cool about the role at the time is I think we were mostly familiar with him being this like tough military guy in things like Hunger Games or a tough character in like House of Cards, but we got to bring him in and he's playing this father, and I think everyone on set that day was like, I wish he was my dad. He was so warm with the children, and it was a way up until obviously Moonlight he plays a father figure, but we hadn't seen that yet. So it felt like, wow, we're seeing a different side of him, and it was so amazing. We had the Dan Marinos, the Chad Ochocinco's.
Wow.
Those days were super fun. Everybody was geeked out.
Chad Johnson took everyone to sushi. At the end of the day,
Wow.
he's like, who wants to go with me to get sushi? We're like, what? There's a 40-person crew standing around. We're like, what, all of us? He's like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, he had a blast.
That was pretty cool. I mean, we had film legend Barry Corbin. I mean, there's just so many people and so many stories from set. It was incredible. I think people will love the cast because it feels grand. I think a lot of the gaming stories feel small, like
почти 2 часа,
not
без
very
5
many
минут.
characters, not many sets, but I think this is an epic story with an epic amount of places you see, epic amount of cast, all just so much variety to it. Women, children, 80-year-olds, 8-year-olds, so it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Nav, your turn.
So I guess my question would probably be for the stars here.
Это они какой игре вообще показывают?
Это конфейл, походу, такой.
Типа, американский.
Американский.
Oh, man.
Tough ones.
Waiting.
Причем тут тогда грузовик?
To get a phone call from Mike 4 years ago, say, hey, we want to make this game in Madden.
Причем здесь этот робот, который стоит вон там, зеленый.
Another word from anyone.
Хоть бы он ожил, всех перебил просто. Такие болтушки были.
I get a text back, it's like, sorry, new phone, who this?
Я просто
если сейчас еще 7 подойдет.
And then 2 years ago, we ended up in Vancouver for just a week, just JR and I,
And I walk in and I'm like,
Я
they've already got all this
этот
footage
крайний
of
левый,
other
который
people
сейчас вообще
playing
говорил
our
что-нибудь,
roles,
как пришел.
like stunt guys and stuff. They had done like some
Нет,
test
только
footage. I'm like,
Машка
I
типа
got
кивал.
recast again?
Он вообще для
Damn,
кадра
you
стоит.
couldn't
Я
take
не
me down
знаю,
to
что сказать,
Orlando.
я
I was
просто
shooting
Машка
something in New York.
покиваю.
And then there's a
Дурак.
table read in Orlando, and some guy texts me. I went to high school and college in
Я
Orlando.
просто поржу,
I knew this cat. He texted me, he's like, yo, I'm at this table read. And I was like, they cast me again! They recast me again! It was just like the waiting was like my biggest problem was like, because it takes even double the time of a movie or a TV show. Like sometimes you shoot a
Знаешь,
movie or a
как
show,
он
you know, next year it's coming out.
четырехчасовой
This
стрим
game, the
устраивает.
cycle to build this thing from the ground up takes so long.
2 часа
It was just
постримили уже
shifting my
такие.
brain
Ага.
that way.
But yeah,
Просто
Scott
сиди,
mentioned
наверное, в
4 years
одной
ago,
позе
he
все
was the first
затекло.
person to verbally commit to this thing,
Хотя
which was
быстро
great because
пролетело.
I got to make the script him. You know, think about his specific talents, his personality, and really custom the role for Scott. And having somebody like Scott commit early was definitely a lot of confidence that this thing could be real, and people were excited by it. And then we went on the long journey of trying to get it greenlit and all that.
Okay. So mine isn't as deep at all.
Все равно мы не понимаем, о чем они базарят. Типа, давай побазарим с тобой тоже о чем-нибудь. Мне, короче, очень плеер принес с работы. Плеер. А у этого плеера довольно-таки неплохой микрофон. Единственное, там что маленькое шипение есть. И легко убрать. Вот, послушай. Одно записал. Такой прикол.
If I want to wipe your nose, can't wipe your nose.
So it's more takes than you're used to doing.
Yeah,
Like if you want your character to rub his eye in the scene, you got to do this.
Yeah, you're like
you gotta like reach, but not actually touch your face.
Как немцы какие-то пошли, они руками начали махать.
We spent in effect, 6 weeks together in wetsuits with each other.
For real?
It's just me and him in wetsuits.
That was some
Маленькие пошли.
Shiny balls all over ourselves in face makeup that looked like we were a cat's reject.
What the fuck? Пожалуйста, прекратите
Way more
это
challenging. What's
скучное
amazing about the cast
болтание.
is that
Скучно.
they're in the same white wall
Никто не
room every
понимает,
day.
это, наверное, даже в
принесите
Америке никто не
собаку
слушает.
обратно.
It's all in their
Сколько
mind.
сейчас людей
And
смотрит?
these performances are so
81
believable and
тысяча.
natural. And I'm
Типа,
just so proud
фига
of
у
what you guys
людей
did.
стальные
And
яйца просто.
I think
Не, подожди,
with those
вот это сейчас
cameras and
трансляция,
how
это
unnatural
вот
it is
от
to have
яичников,
40
это
people
сейчас на их
staring at you,
21
and then these
тысяча
weird
показывает.
outfits and all
А
these
я вот на
rules
Twitch.
on addition to just being present in the
Я
action.
и говорю, я на Твиче, на
I'm just
канале
blown away
Twitch
by them.
и яичников самих.
Thanks, Mike.
I think we all just had a moment.
А вот на Дмитрий,
Вот я на канале Твиче.
If we can hug it out, we'll hug it
а
out.
вот у
but
Твича смотрит
81 тысяча.
да, 82 200, 181.
I am excited. It's like the first time we've seen something.
Короче, я так
so
пойму,
I
как
think a lot
после
of
того,
fans are
как
gonna be
у
excited as well
Твича,
to play
короче,
it.
угануло,
Да,
короче,
все
тут все нахер
I
свалили.
thought we're gonna reach a whole new audience. We're
Блин,
lining
знаешь,
people in.
я свалили.
Hopefully that
Просто
carries over
так
to the other modes as well.
You know, the crazy thing is about that
Да,
is
смотри, я сейчас
a
сюда
lot of guys
пришел,
like
короче, тут в чате
YouTubers
то же
and
самое.
that
О,
get hung up.
tomorrow.
You guys would
Microsoft Press
Microsoft
your,
Press,
making your own
короче,
story modes,
два
right?
часа.
But now you got one.
Now we got
you
it.
got one,
Now
right?
we got
Now
it.
you actually have a true, authentic story.
Exactly.
A lot goes to these
А,
guys. There's a lot of
подождите.
guys behind the scenes that you got
Это
to
2
give a
часа
shout out
ночи
to as
имеется в
well.
виду,
But,
наверное.
you know, overall
Типа
great
сейчас.
experience. I
То есть
got
это
two things for
или
you.
что это такое?
Завтра 2.
Яна. А почему
у
все
нас?
туда написано?
When you see this
Чего?
and you know that Devin is
Почему
a
вверху
character that
написано
you're
с
going to
оттуда
play,
июнь
not
10?
everybody's Devin is going to be the same.
Типа,
It's important that we get the point across.
Суббота,
Everybody's going to be able to play
10
Devin differently.
завтра.
There's branching dialogue. There's
Не знаю,
different
может это
choices.
типа
The
сегодня.
outcome of this
Ну,
game,
знаешь, разные
you
события
think
весну, у
everybody's
кого-то
gonna get
может уже
drafted?
следующий день
That
настал.
ain't the case, man.
Там, знаешь,
That
такие
ain't
посмотрят
the
завтра.
case.
Я не
So
буду
everybody's going to have a
если что.
different path with
Ну,
Devin.
через
It's
минуту
not
будет
just,
уже
oh, I
11.
gotta play as
Ну
Devin
да.
and Colt. No.
Они специально подписали, типа сейчас суббота у
You
них.
want to play. That's it. So you
7
still
число,
have all of that
понятно.
opportunity to make your own choices, right?
It's fantastic stuff, guys. I appreciate all of you for Scott,
Не,
Mav,
это 2
Mike,
часа что
JR,
имеется в
Otto.
виду?
I appreciate
Дня,
it.
что ли?
I got
Или
one
нет? Или
request,
2
and you're
часа
gonna have to
ночи?
help me make it happen. We have to find the behind the scenes of them smacking into each other with the. I gotta get them in the wetsuits. I gotta see it because we're gonna put all that online. I mean, we're gonna find a way to do it. We're gonna find a way.
Expose them.
We'll make sure you look good. Don't you worry. Yeah, let's get one. Another one here for the fans. Get it. Oh.
That's right. Yeah.
А, история ВК гейминга закончилась.
Че?
История ВК гейминга закончилась, у меня больше нет расписания. О, и это навернулся. Вернулись.
Так, селфи на памяти.
Футбол. Они типа русские пародировали.
Ну, судя, короче, по этой картинке, короче, от ВК Gaming, который я скидывал, там типа Xbox, Microsoft должны быть, короче, 12 июня, 12 часов. То есть, ну, то есть, ночь, точнее, с 11 на 12, короче. А судя по тому, что они там сейчас писали, это типа, короче, завтра, то есть это, ну, там и написано, типа, 2 PM, короче.
Да, это, знаешь, это в американском тоже. Нам с Америкой сколько
7
часов?
часов, по-моему.
Ну, знаешь, Fast Morning, это типа в 11 вечера. Чем ты так не
подожди, если, короче, если у них, допустим, у них в 2, короче, то у нас, если, короче, в 12, то есть это 24, 10 часов разницы, что ли.
Нам надо было куда-то выписать это все.
Не, вот по этой картинке, короче, которая здесь, там вроде бы это, ну, здесь по МСК время указано. То есть, ну, как бы у нас, типа, вот, по МСК должно быть, короче, 12 июня, в ночь с 11 на 12, короче, в 12. Сейчас, короче, забил. Гугле.
Чёкнутый. FIFA. Сам ты FIFA. FIFA это баба. Это футбол.
Ну ты сам FIFA, блядь. Очкастый.
Короче, сейчас они тут еще базарят.
Ну сейчас геймплей еще, наверное, будет.
Там, знаешь, геймплей опять этот Рональди побегает в своем костюмчике. Роналдо и Рональдини это разные виды. Нормально. Не, пацаны, отвечаю, я в футболе шарю. Так, а кто тут в костюмчике бегает? Роналдо? Я, короче, опять зритель ливнул. Очень долго зритель продержался. И не выдержал.
We went to Madrid a few months ago to motion capture Ronaldo, and we're putting his animations in the game. So he's basically helping us create what it is the biggest leap in the history of gameplay. So that's quite important for us, special attention in gameplay this year. So there's so many new features that I want to tell you about gameplay. There's 4 pillars: the player, the teams, the atmospheres, and the dramatic moments. And let me start with the player. First of all, we have a brand new animation engine. It's called the Real Player Motion Technology. It's a system that allows us to pick animations every single frame. In the past, we used to do every step the player takes, that's an animation, and then we would just chain different animations, different steps. Now, because it's every single frame, for the human eye, just looks like one fluid motion. The movement of the players is very fluid. And this
Ты лучше бы загуглил сразу, как в это русское расписание.
Если говорю по русскому расписанию, короче говоря, Microsoft должно быть в ночь с 11 на 12 в 12 часов по МСК.
У меня опять черный экран. Знаешь, они говорят на секунду черный экран.
Сейчас столица России 4 часа, короче. что когда в Нью-Йорке 8 часов утра. А летом разница во времени составляет 7 часов.
Но мы
Так,
типа...
например, если летом в Москве 10 часов утра, то в Нью-Йорке 3 часа ночи.
Ну, они там учитывали, типа, раньше мы переводили чисто перевод. В Америке тоже, что ли, вот этот прикол, я думаю, это русская фишка.
Разница во времени с Москвой минус 7 часов.
And you will see a lot of personality. So you will see the players avoiding doing all those fancy things with dribbling, just with the left stick by jogging, for example. And if you pass the ball to somebody like Messi, he's going to be so explosive. You're going to see how he stretches to get to the ball. He leans. It's very, very, very. It looks very cool. The visuals are very improved from previous years. And also, if you pass the ball to somebody like Iniesta, he's going to be so good at hiding the ball, but he's not that explosive. So you need a combination of things. And there's also features for the team. There's a brand new positioning system that allows players to coordinate between each other to provide
Такие уже не
different
понимают,
types of
что
support all
им
the time.
ходят.
There's always going to be somebody doing a safe support, so you can keep possession with a safe pass. There's going to be people doing diagonal runs, trying to unmark themselves, attacking runs, and they're going to be playing closer to the sidelines, so wider, in order to create better spaces. And you can now read football like professionals do in real life all the time, trying to read the situation. You can do that in FIFA. So we also have a lot of play styles. For example, when you play career mode, you will have a different experience. So team personality, depending on what play style they do in real life.
Как в отеле, блядь, когда приезжаешь, тебе, блядь, вешают этот, блядь, гребаный браслет и все, хуй ты от него, блядь, отберешься.
And also for the defensive side, there's quite options like
блядь, и спать, и мыться, блядь, и все подряд.
Then there is the next part, which is the dramatic
Блядь, не
moments. We are
снимай до
changing
того
our
момента,
crossing
блядь, пока
mechanics.
ты
So
не
now
выйдешь.
crosses are more dangerous, more driven, and
3 человека
the actual
смотрят,
controls
2,
also
не 4.
change a little bit as well. We are
Арест,
improving
блядь.
our through balls, the shooting system. Now the trajectories are
Я даже
closer
двое
to the goal
смотрел,
to
потом
give you more
бац.
realistic outcomes, but doesn't mean
Да, в
every
принципе,
goal
этих зашел
is going
что-то
to
тоже
net. And
смотреть.
finally, we have the atmospheres,
Просто
which
базарят уже.
is very important as well.
Все самое интересное.
There's regionalization, so basically, depending on where you're playing in the world, you're going to have a different experience. The
Опять
language
кто-то
is very
смотрит.
different. The sun is very authentic.
Я, конечно,
so you have the same experience as
не
you get in real
уверен, но, возможно,
TV.
это
There's a lot
Макс
of
от
props
стрима
around
к
the field, like
стриму.
even cars or
Да вряд ли.
commercial things, banners,
Что-то
flags,
уже в чате ни хера
like
не
in South
пишет. Мне
America, for
кажется, мне
example.
уже
And there's a lot of
пить
work
начал.
on the crowds. There's a lot
Не
of
знаю,
good
вот у меня
chants,
сейчас
so you have a
кто-то
better
пришел
audio
на
experience, as well as the crowds now behave individually.
Типа,
So
добро
you will see them reacting
пожаловать
very
на очень-очень веселый стрим,
they will try to
где
jump a couple
очень
of rows
веселые
down, and
дяденьки
you can actually
что-то
celebrate with the
базарят.
crowd, you can hug them, you can do many different things. The gameplay is
Если
very, very fun
хорошо
this year.
постановлен английский, читай, слушай и понимай.
But I mean, when, you know, channeling all of that newness within a game like FIFA, especially when people have grown to expect it to play a certain way, do you guys ever, I mean, is it a challenge for you guys to make it new, but still make it seem like the players who are good at FIFA can jump in and know exactly what they're doing and notice the differences that you guys made?
For sure, it's always a challenge. The game has to be very deep. So people that are new to FIFA, they can, that's true. People that are new to FIFA, they need to be able to play it easily, and then people that are very experienced, there needs to be a lot of depth in the mechanics. But we think that fluidity is the key this year to be able to have the entertaining game for everybody that tries to join the game.
Nice. And I also understand we have a clip, a little gameplay trailer that we saw inside that we're going to take a look at right now. Show that beautiful footage.
Loud at you, he's a hater, I don't want no bad energy. Man get views, but I rage chance cause I can't see my enemy. I like all types of girls, melanins and melanies. She wants a man from London, she wants a fellow with felonies. That's when they all my team. There's no I in it, I bring in all my team. That's when they saw my team. Even the bouncers bounce when they saw my team. Who do you wanna holler, who do you wanna never know? Don't be a sheep when you can be the goal. Greatest of all time and you never know. Don't show up to my show if you got no.
29 сентября. Как в прошлом году после нового рождения.
PS4 for the players.
I mean, obviously,
come on.
I want that in my life. And obviously, introducing the journey last year, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Alex Hunter, the most tweeted about footballer in the history of the world. He scored like 32 million goals last season. 36 million, sorry, Alex Hunter.
360 million, actually. Yeah.
You know what?
Come on, don't undervalue him.
He scored over 1 million goals. There's no need to talk about how many over hundreds of millions of goals. And now we see a new iteration.
Absolutely,
the journey's continuing.
He's back for his second year, so it's one of those modes where we can't really divulge too much because we don't want to give it away. But no, we can't.
Those guys aren't listening. They're deep into the pitch right now.
But yeah, we're bringing him back. He's bigger and better. We're taking him to a wider world of football. So obviously within FIFA the game, we
пошел, похавал, короче, пока. Полуночный жор.
So the journey one, he's a lad from London, so we said it in the EPL, that was his breakout year. So again, without divulging too much, he's going to spread his wings a little bit. So there's some surprises in store for Alex, and he's going to kind of spread his wings around the global world of football. So he's possibly not locked to England this time. So lots going on in his life. It's a tumultuous year for the young lad.
Well, if you weren't one of the 21 million players who played FIFA 17, break it down a little bit about what the journey was when you guys kicked it off last year, and how you would like to see it go from here on out.
Yeah, so the journey was a cinematic mode, which we were able to do through the power of Frostbite. So it's one of the benefits of the Frostbite transition. And what it allowed us is to really kind of give a window into the world of football that we've never had before. So we've always done a great job of focusing on the 90 minutes on the pitch. We've never kind of gone behind the curtain and taken off the pitch. And in this modern
Время
world, that's something
просмотра
that people have an interest in. You know, with Twitter, you can kind of have a window into the lives of footballers like never before. So we wanted to really bring that kind of what makes the footballer tick, what's his, you know, family background, all that kind of stuff. And obviously it resonated spectacularly with, you know, over 13 million people played it. A whole bunch
Прикинь, они одно и то же базарят.
So it really offered us an opportunity
24 просмотра, 25 просмотров у меня уже. Еще
And in terms of where we're going to take it, obviously year one was his breakout year, year two he's now a bit of an established star. What he won was entirely up to the users, so you could have won the FA Cup, you could have won the EPL, you could have even got relegated. That was one of the beauties of it. It wasn't on rails, there was a lot of choice, and basically his career was in your hands. So we pick up from where we left off. So if you played Journey 1, you will start on the team you were in. He will have the personality you created through the cinematic moments, and then we'll kind of kick it off. And I will give you a little bit of an insight. We start with him on holiday in Rio, connecting with some of the locals, which you can probably imagine how he connects with locals in Rio.
Rough life. Rough life. So, you know, when creating that story and cultivating all this, how do you go about creating this lore for a character who's going to be going on this journey that you're taking him on, but make it resonate with people who might have been professional football player, or if they just wonder what that life is like.
Well, one of the challenges is making it resonate with people around the globe, because it was set in England, so it's important that the story is fundamentally about football, and it resonates with a football fan. So even if I'm from South America, I can connect with this story on a footballing level. And then the other part of that is just making it an interesting character, just fleshing out the character, giving him an interesting background, interesting support system. So the family, they're all back. So good old Grandad, everyone loves Grandad. He's back this second time round. Mum is back. So just creating not just an interesting character whom you control, but the support system and the characters around him is key. That they resonate with users and are interesting as well. And that obviously happens.
And what do you think was the most crucial sort of piece of feedback you received from people who did complete this journey, or just from fans in general? Was there any sort of comments that they made that you were like, oh, yeah, we should sort of go on this route and maybe try something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great relationship with our fans, and we value their
Не ты там случаем мой стрим смотришь.
So the good news is they loved it. They really resonated with the fact that they controlled his personality. You know, like I say, it wasn't on rails. One of the things we did take from the feedback was they wanted more big major decisions in his life, some key decisions that will change Alex and those around him. So keep an eye out for those, some big decisions that you have to make as Alex that will affect the story and the characters and etc. So again, it's one of those hard things to talk to because I don't want to spoil it. But there's a lot of good stuff in that.
I'm thinking like downloadable DLC, a villain character comes into his life. That villain is played by me.
Right, okay.
Mocapped in Ronaldo's suit, so I run like Ronaldo, I'm ripped like Ronaldo, and it could just create some tension.
We'll put that on the ideas board.
I mean, if there is an ideas board, I like that to go right to the top.
Well, I was thinking more of the bottom board.
Obviously, a lot of people are excited about the journey. We do have a trailer explaining what's going down. in the second part of this journey coming in FIFA
Ой,
18.
ладно. Тут уже вряд ли что-то будет.
Да ну неужели они перестали базарить?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter has been
Даже
talked
в чате
about.
в это
У них, знаешь, сейчас просто все это повторяется. Они этот ролик крутят уже 4-й раз.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day and it's getting annoying to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating. What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
I'm not really sure that a move is the right thing for him.
Just keep finishing. But this guy's getting too big for his boots, blood.
Alexander is a great player. He's a beast. Yeah, she is.
He's very quick.
Got skill.
Amazing skills.
Hunter è un attaccante fenomenale.
Hopefully he's got good people around him.
Hunter's bombed his bread to me.
Вы мне вообще тренеры. Он вообще не похож на спортсмена. Просто какой-то алкаш. Тренер он.
Are you sure this is what you're screaming?
What does your heart tell you?
Ведь Battlefield, что ли?
Но сейчас потом будет.
All right, everyone. So we've been talking so much about some fantastic EA games here at EA Play 2017. But
Им вообще нормально то, что у них сзади просто такое, там стулья таскают. Battlefield 1. Если кто-то будет играть Battle 1, то сейчас как-то оживится просто. Там сейчас будут какие-нибудь фейлы, ляпы. А то серьезно же, плесень. Знаешь, такой, мы работаем. Хорошо, мы вам мешать не будем. Кто забрал мою бабу? Знаешь, сейчас Куплинов, короче, туда влезет. Такой, типа, сейчас я великий назреватель сюда развивать. Ну, короче, это, мужики пристают, типа, ты что сюда пришел? Он такой, ага, кто пустил этих людей сюда?
Be strategic. So we wanted to be able to make sure that you could also find dark corners, hide a little bit, get where you needed to go.
Sounds like my playstyle.
Oh yeah.
Just hide in a corner.
Hide in a corner, just snipe, right? That's what I'm doing.
No, I just wait with a shovel.
Oh, you're the shovel guy. Yeah.
Когда трансляция на грани, надо как-то спасать.
Well, I try to stick to assault. I'm more of an infantry player, so that close quarter setting, which we'll see in a bit, is definitely something that you can focus on this new map. Having played it in the testing environment, you're going to see some good close quarters gameplay.
Yeah, the trenches play really well here.
Yeah, they do play really well. And there's some interesting differences between the two trenches.
Этому толстому явно жарко.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to share.
Он
So many details put into this
People
map.
had a chance to play this before in the test server.
Yep.
Was it as detailed as it is here, or are people going to see some new things that they haven't seen before if they play it in the server?
Yeah, so on our CTE, the community test environment, it was in its kind
Уже
of
второе смотрит.
pre-alpha phase. So you're going to see a lot more details. So it's really refined.
Прикольно.
Making sure the artwork is as polished as possible, the gameplay is as polished as possible. So
Полночь
you might find a few little areas for cover that you probably didn't have on the CTE.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And you know, it's very exciting because I think when a lot of people thought about World War I,
Возможно, у меня
it's
еще
exciting for some and for others,
жирному
it's also
чуваку
concerning,
полголовы
which you'll
закрыт.
see in a little bit, Dan, nothing to be concerned about.
Типа я
Because
за этим не
everyone
слежу.
thought, oh, World War I, trench warfare.
Right.
That must be so boring. And obviously, you guys didn't do that when the game first came out. But now you are bringing it to the trenches.
Right.
What were some of the challenges in making that combat feel exciting?
Well, when you think of World War I trench warfare, it's one trench on one side, one trench on the other, and you wait, right? Who's going to storm the other? And then the guys who get up out into the open, they're the ones that die first. But the way we went about it is we wanted to create a no man's land in between both
Давайте
trench sets.
Battlefield
So
уже.
this created, we put a lot of cover and a lot of
Не,
interesting
типа, серьезно,
spaces
они
where
впрямь
you can even
думают,
have
то,
some
что типа,
really good
люди,
combat
которые
outside of the
собираются
trenches.
посмотреть на
But once you
EA,
go in, the
реально
turns and the
слушают их
corners and all the
болтовню,
little nooks and
типа вот
crannies,
всякие их
tons
планы
of fun
выслушивают.
All right, well, without further ado, let's go
Вот
ahead
об
and
этом
jump
я и говорю,
into it.
типа, давайте
Neville
игру.
Knight here, and
Все приходят сюда посмотреть на игру. Скриншоты там, отрывки, чтобы знать, за что они
Это,
будут
знаешь,
отдавать.
типа, ладно, короче говоря, кто смотрит, короче говоря, ну, трансляцию. А кто там вообще сидит? Ну, то есть, вот, кто в зале вообще сидит, люди?
Ты не видел, там стулья уносили, все уже
Ну, блин, кто-то стал странным. Давида, блядь.
Yeah, that's something really
Ну да.
unique to this.
Типа, знаешь,
We wanted to make sure that the two
бомжи,
flags
которым
that we
ночевать
will
негде.
avoid are the flags you
Такие в
already
тепле
own.
остались.
That would be really weird if you
О, попал.
had to
Фига,
capture the
смотри, он
flags that
какой
were already in
шустрый
the
просто.
Okay, is that something that you guys are
Капец, как он
experimenting on
долбит
this one,
просто.
or is it something that we could potentially see in other maps as well?
Yeah, I think that you might
Не,
see
серьезно,
more of
прикольно.
this in the near future.
Yeah, 'cause it is a
Непонятно,
little
откуда
weird, right? To like
стреляет.
start the game off and you're like, okay, well we know what we're gonna get, right? So we might as well just get to the action quicker, by just giving those two spots there, and it also makes that encounter
Там
a
заточкой
bit
что-то
more
пытался
intense
сделать.
for C&D, because you want to be able to push up.
Просто замахали толпой пацаны.
Модернизированный весь герой-генерал.
Okay, so take a look. Oh my goodness, just got absolutely shredded on that one. Bange just did all
Просто
the
такой,
work
только заспавнился, вот такой.
I think we're on board with Stone Mountain here, and we're in the middle of No Man's Land, heading towards Dead Steel. And you might just be able to see over to the left as he goes over the hill here. You see the massive shell of a Char-2C behemoth there, and that's been added in recently, I think.
Yeah, so what you're seeing now is the remains of a shelling, right? What happened in this time? This is based on Nivelle Offensive,
Прикольно.
where you had a shelling attack on the German front, and this is what we're seeing. This is the results, and you're fighting within the midst of that.
Мертвое железо. Знаешь, Real Steel, типа, живая сталь. Тут мертвая сталь.
They're looking to push forward. They're looking to push toward B.
Take B.
Okay, I like that. Stone Mountain
Новый
Unit
ранг.
64 on the move, and he's going to find someone in front of him. Nice kill there on Q. JP,
Оружие
take a seat.
в тюрьме.
Loving that.
Знаешь,
Well, it's interesting that he's
реалистичность.
decided to go for the B point rather than going for the other No Man's Land flag. So what he's essentially saying to his troops is, look, let's take their trench line and force the issue onto them. Because as we said, they were already captured for that team anyway. and they
Точно,
decided
пусть
to
они
just go
гуков
straight
сюда
for it and take
добавят.
those flags externally.
Я тогда орну просто.
Because you know the players right now, you have to make a decision. I mean, if I'm this squad, I'm thinking, okay, well, we need to push. We have to get a little aggressive. We have to do our absolute best here to kind of maintain our positions. And the German forces, they only have 2 flags at this moment. Meanwhile, on the other side, though, the French, they're dominating.
Давай.
They are dominating
Нет,
at the
не
moment.
смог.
And actually, as we were watching Stone Mountain there, going for some of the enemy trench lines, we ended up
О,
seeing that
смотри,
the
тут
two
оказывается
objectives they'd run away from, they'd
команда
been taken by the
EA,
enemy
короче,
team.
пошла
So
играть с
the whole
обычными
map sort of flipped
игроками,
itself on
походу.
its head for a minute.
Знаешь, их, ну, они так, в принципе, неплохо держатся, они где-то сверху.
Miss Ella Cronin, not Missile, Miss Ella Cronin.
Кинг дебандаж, знаешь, он такой бегает, раскидывает.
Wait, is there a tank out right now?
Yeah, look, in front of them, you can see the HUD icon there.
You also got a little activity in the trenches down there as well. That player knew that he was in a real bad spot, so he had to get out of dodge as soon as he possibly could.
Медик.
Then one of the things I do like about this with the trenches is, there is that, as you saw right there,
Первое звание.
Miss just threw the nade over. Who knows who that'll hit, right? Like, you'll never know in the trenches.
Yeah. Anybody being high.
В контру ему не играть.
Boy, Muggs ended up getting picked off there.
The lighting's really interesting in the trenches here, actually, because you've got some points that are very well lit. It's
Только
just
игру
certain
запустили,
parts, and
по
then you go
первый
into a
ранге
straight,
получается.
narrow trench, moving towards the next bit of light, but you've got almost nothing
О.
in between, so you're just seeing the outlines of players off in the
Голову
distance.
попал,
Yeah,
походу.
and what's left of the movement to kind of light those spaces.
Well, let's talk about the lighting though, because there
Вот
is a distinct
как долго бы ты дал по толсту
between
первый
the
рейс,
French
как
and
у
the
тебя
German
была?
side, right, when it comes to the lighting.
Yeah, so this is really an
Не знаю,
interesting
максимум
part of
нет
the
вода.
map. We took a lot of interest in creating a differences between the sides.
Я, наверное, просто недели проводил.
Ну
The way we did
да.
that to change it up is kind of the lighting played a big role.
Ну серьезно, Battlefield, это вам там не какой-нибудь, блин, однообразный там MMORPG. Да на начальных уровнях, когда просто даже
So that is actually quite true to history too. What we saw was the Germans buckled down, they fortified their trenches, and that's why they survived this attack.
Но 0 хп он бегает.
You got fires, you got flames keeping it lit, and everything's wood, and it's all very organic on that side.
Almost feels like it's a little bit more made in a hurry. Like we've got to make this now before the Germans make their push.
Really didn't have a lot of time.
No. What we saw is that the French kind of thought that the Nivelle offensive was going to be a big win. They did the shellings and they thought this is going to be it. So they weren't in it for the long haul, but they proved to be wrong.
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoyed about BF1 when it came out, and we're still seeing it today,
71 тысяча зрителей сейчас на Твиче.
Сравниваю тут чувак один, короче говоря, в чате Call of Duty и ботов, это, короче говоря, и говорит, типа, что раунд, короче говоря, в пользу Call of Duty.
По мне так Battlefield 1 получше было. Хотя я играл только в Ghosts. Но играл я тем более на приставке, и там не очень удобно управляться. Я поражаюсь тем людям, которые на приставке, короче, со снайперскими винтовками бегают против других игроков. Я там понимаю, против NPC, когда они просто стоят, и ты можешь быстро их выхватить.
Блин, в геймпаде вообще стрелять, это вообще, конечно, такое, блин.
Ну да.
Винтовка.
Я тебе говорю, вот в NPC, который тебя видит, просто стоит на месте и начинает в тебя стрелять, попасть еще можно. Но вот если в PvP пойти, то это просто дико и жестко. Меня почти тактично держатся 3 зрителя.
Сейчас что было?
Ой-ой-ой. Оп, свернули. Знаешь, такие, все понятно, спалились пацаны. Знаешь, они там тоже уже, наверное, засыпают.
And then that balance can remain. But if you decide to go too far forward and push too much and don't cover the flags that you currently own, then the enemy team can get in those trenches. It's very hard to get them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Покажите нам новые DLC.
Кто-то в чате там общается?
Да.
А у меня в чате никто не общается. Только я сам с собой.
Не, я про чат.
А я не успеваю там читать. Опять черный экран.
That's what you're looking for in a medic. Yeah. You need somebody to come and revive your players.
That's the thing, man. Playing a squad and my team, they always abandon me. Then again, I do tend to like run out all the way out to the middle of the field. Yeah. You know, but it's like follow me, you know, get the hint, dog. Like just come with me and we'll win the whole game.
You're that lone wolf kind of player.
Yeah, I'm the worst kind, to be fair.
Вот, знаешь, будет у меня, короче, экшенка на заброшке, короче, около моего тела. Просто такое провернул. Я там по несущей балке заберусь на крышу. Знаешь, как вонючий ассасин. Почему вонючий? Потому что это плия. Фига их там в одном окопе было просто тысячи. Стреляй по фонарям, прожектор. Оп, все ливнули. Было 3 зрителя и все вышли. Когда про ассасинов заговорил плохо.
Yeah, you can vault out, but we all know how that goes.
Oh boy, here we go. Muggs looking to
good.
He's looking to destroy some people.
Я в прежнем показываю 3
I watch my
зрителя.
streams a lot, and he's such a great sniper. Oh, don't get the middle. Don't get the
Давай сообщение в
That's the
минуту.
commentator's curse, that is. We said he was so
I know.
Yeah, you give them all the compliments, they never pull through.
Dude, it always happens that way. Always happens without
Right,
fail.
you got the revive. There it is.
I love it. There you go. March on down. X Factor. You're done.
Блин, просто знаешь, мне нравится, тут разброс не такой, как в контре. Спокойно можно зажать. А не то, что там в упор занимаешь, просто ты уже дулом противнику там в ухо просто тычешь, пулями все равно не попадаешь. Оп-оп-оп-оп, знаешь, толпой так вылазит тут.
And it's also got the bipod as well, so I guess if you wanted to set it up behind cover and literally as the weapon.
Well, when you lay prone, you are going to be a little more accurate. Let's see.
See if we can get.
Look at the spread on the bullet too. You see
Блин, разброса почти нет, заметь.
which is fantastic. Like that is certainly something.
Просто пули там на пару это, сантиметров отклоняются.
He's going to try and charge in here.
Oh, there it is. This is how it works. There we go.
The one and only Dankness 429. He hates that name, but I'm going to keep saying it every time he's on screen.
There you go. Pop some smoke, get some cover.
Yeah.
It's interesting again here because we're on board with the. Who are we on board with here? We're on board with the French army, and they're taking back the flags that they had at the start of the round.
Ты сейчас это слышал?
Чё?
Там, короче, кто-то вещал в игре.
Well, it looks like they're rallying here. They're ahead on score, so the Germans need to pick up a little bit.
Looking around here, darkness.
Такие буржуйские окопы, там стенки такие, досочек аккуратно выложены. Не то, что у нас просто бревнышек там накидали.
Oh, lovely takedown there of X Factor.
Darkness, man. I'm telling you, he should change his name. He doesn't think so. And there's
О,
Miss
баба
Ella
играет.
Cronin, who I mistakenly
Все
called
понятно, все.
Missile, a little while ago, but she's flying through the trenches like a missile. Oh,
Сексист
there you
внутри
go.
меня проснулся.
You gotta bring it back. So
Что такое выглядит?
Просто. Да попади ты в него, женщина.
Nukem Dukem, man. Where's your
О, мужик.
dog?
On board with Doom.
О, просто он увлечен игрой, он губы прикусывает. И вот знаешь, вот, особенно в такие войнушки, когда играю долго, я такой, короче, потом в зеркало смотрю, хожу, смотрюсь, у меня все ветреное, я все в зал просто, там все
No, we're not going to see any storms or any sand or anything like that coming in here. This takes place in French soil.
Надо было Мармока позвать.
So it's going to be kind of what you see
Вот
here.
он бы сыграл, так сыграл.
Is really kind of where we want to create that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the darkness itself gives it a lot of coverage, and imagine adding anything more into that, it could be a little bit difficult. Who are we on board with here? I think it's Doom 49.
Я также хочу играть, типа, знаешь, собралась большая просто куча людей, и ты их всех знаешь, и просто играете против друг друга.
Well, I do want to mention that we haven't seen it yet, and I hope one of our game changers manages to make it happen. But what about the Elite Kit, man? I want to see some flamethrower action.
I do too.
Roasting some fools in the trench.
I do too. This is also a great opportunity for maybe a trench raider.
Ну знаешь, вот они когда играют вот такой толпой между собой, это еще более-менее. Но вот если бы они против обычных игроков играли, там, знаешь, просто жесткие там снайперы бы были, которые просто ты только высовываешься, он тебя жестко просто подлавливает.
So we really, I think we should see if they can pick one up.
By the way, can we comment on how close this game is right now? 430, 440 to 431, but it seems like the German Empire, they're starting to rally the troops and capture all the bases. All their base belong to the German Empire, and they are dominating right now.
Now this seems pretty true to history, I think.
Yeah, I mean, ain't that the truth? The French need to find a way to fight this one back.
They are taking a couple. They are taking a couple of the flags back. And actually, you can see a lot of them are actually up for contention. You've got A, D, E, and F. Well, now D, E, and F.
No,
D,
zoomом стреляй.
But as you can see, they're all being taken by the enemy team as we're watching. So it may come down to a point where we're looking at a lot of flags being taken by one team and not being held by the
Этому вколол, тому вколол, всем вколол. Наркоша.
Right? Yeah. And we just need to see people running towards the flag and starting to capture those points.
Because as much as the trench can be very lethal when you run around the corner and maybe get hit with a shotgun, they do provide a lot of cover at the same time. If you know no one's in that trench, you can take cover in it.
Yeah, it's a great place to chuck a grenade, as we saw earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. But it is hard though, right, to determine that. So many
Даже
turns,
38 воспроизведений, короче.
you never quite know what you're going to find. And by the way, Mizella is just crushing it. Oh, well, there you go again.
You just did it.
Just, you know, Andrew,
You gave the curse.
I'm sorry. Mizella, I hope you're not mad at me. Over to Muggs now, once again sniping. We know that he loves to do this.
He's using the Labelle sniper, which is the French one.
Okay, let's see if he finds himself over here.
Missed it.
Some of those flick shots, man. I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I sit in awe and watch people who can snipe video.
Him
It's
and
just incredible.
they are like two of my favorite snipers.
Смотри на их никнеймы, типа у одних в начале R, у других в начале B.
Unbelievably talented with this gun, but oh no, Muggs is taking a lot of shots to the left though. He's gonna have to dive right into the trench, get really get himself back to cover.
Well, I think you can see the players up on the hill over the far side. That's who he's looking for.
Well, he's gonna need bread effects.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
99
Nice sight line here.
Вы были повыше.
Taking a hit.
Shot. All it takes, all he has to do is breathe on him, and Muggs will fall here. So he's got to be very careful.
Oh, there we see.
Pathogen. Good night. Good shot there. Muggs looking to do it again. There you go.
There you go.
He didn't even need to shoot the gun. All you had to do is take the bullets and then throw it at Muggs, and then Muggs
У кого-то
would
никнейм
die
выпустил.
on that alone. Now Doom looking to do his best Muggs impression here.
Look at that score now. The French have pulled it all the way back round.
I can't believe it. This is just Battlefield at its finest. This is actually a really good game.
No, it's so close.
Very impressive stuff here.
We're storming Dead Steel here. Looks like we're heading that direction.
Блин, я что-то начал задумываться насчет того, чтобы купить, короче, Battlefield.
This is what I love to do personally. You can see get this tank and go over
Стримить его я, конечно, не буду.
out all those, small little, cretins there.
А все почему? Потому что у меня только один OBS включенный без стрима. 30% центрального процессора занимает. Чуть своего не раздавил.
You can still manage to move around.
Can you?
But I think there's going to be some really tight spots. Look, we also have cavalry in there.
Yeah, because
everyone's in there.
Oh my
Is it
goodness.
possible
The
to
whole
get?
kitchen's in.
Is it possible to get out of the trench network once you?
I'm thinking no. Oh, what? Wait.
Oh.
We might see something.
Let's get creative. Let's see what we can do.
This is gonna work.
Фига, просто у них танк жесткий.
Wow.
He's still getting kills. Imagine if you're just going through the trenches. You're going through the trenches.
Limpet's coming in.
Все разбегаются, так сразу.
He like ran away. He saw that. No, that's a CC-24. Saw the tank and was like, no, I'll just go the other way.
That
was easy.
That was not gonna
I know.
end well.
Squid and Wheezy were going for the limpet kill. There. I know those guys. They were going for the limpet kill.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna sit for the
Знаешь,
repair
серьезно, угарно, типа, заехал в окоп и за окопом по всем шмаляешь.
Danger Cow, what are you doing?
Просто как Пэкман и привидение.
He's stuck.
I think
absolutely.
he's
Absolutely.
well and
There's no way out.
I think he knows he's stuck too.
And rule number one is never leave your vehicle.
Yeah.
So we might see a really boring game here.
Just hanging around.
I disagree. I think this is awesome. He's still getting kills.
There we go. Oh, he's managed to make his way
Well,
through.
they're all trying to take him out.
Here we go. He's working his way along.
We've got this.
Oh.
Wait, we popped up a little bit.
What he needs to try and do is get to one of the rear trenches.
to the
where
left,
it levels
There we
out.
go. Use the
Beyonce
physics.
there.
Climb up.
Something needs a push.
No.
Эти чуть-чуть.
Get behind the tank.
Just go and try it again. No.
Was telling us absolutely not going to happen.
If you can get to one of the rear trenches, it does
On
open
chase.
out to get around behind.
Yeah, there might be a way in here.
Oh,
Yes.
And we're going to see it.
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Did it.
Victory nod right here.
So happy.
Back in no man's land where it feels comfortable.
Yeah,
Some
imagine
elbow
though
room.
he gets out at that moment and then just gets bombarded.
Oh my god. That would have been amazing.
He was very loyal to his team because he'd have left the tank. not only could the enemy team could have got in it, but if it had left it there, then another tank wouldn't have spawned.
Yeah.
So he's kind of left the shell on the battlefield.
Absolutely.
Although he kind of took it into the trench himself, he was very good for getting that.
You know, I like that you're finding the positive there.
Glass half full for Westy, that's what it is.
Yeah, right. Glass half full. Find the positives and the negatives. But just to update everyone on the score. I mean, this is a really close game.
Really super
6:58, 6:45. The action continues to rage on here.
Tickets are still coming.
Yeah, we have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. Once again, if you're just joining us here, you're checking out Neville Knights and the new map that is going to be coming to Battlefield 1. It is the first night map that this game has, and it is awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming later this month.
Later this month. I'm so excited. And also the other map as well. The other map. I can't say that 5 times.
That one I've had to practice for.
Yeah,
I hope I'm saying it right.
Couldn't you guys just call it like, you know, like darkness?
Well, that would have worked, right? It would have been fitting.
Oh, man. Speaking of darkness, we're going over to Team Darkness here with Mugs TV. Finds one in front of him. That's going to be skill up. That's, never mind, skill down for you, sir.
Oh, very good. That was a nice one.
That's what I do. You know, that's why they pay me moderate
В
dollars.
контре так не сделает.
Oh, got the hit.
He was going for that upper torso shot, didn't quite land it.
Oh, he was going for a headshot. That's what he wanted.
Hoping for the duck or something.
Muggs only goes for the face. It's just how he operates, man.
Would you say it would be only for the mug?
Only for the mug? Oh!
You like
Andrew,
that?
you should become a commentator with me, man. We should
I cannot be as good as you guys.
do this more often.
Пистолеты
I
просто
love it.
такие скорострельные.
Alright, waiting around here.
Again,
Mugs.
we're playing in No Man's Land here. A lot of the gameplay that we've seen has been in this No Man's Land section.
But we have seen some really good trench hitting there.
But I think it's typical of the Conquest game mode, where it's the constant movement and the
It-
flow.
Просто.
So if you leave your own treasure, go into No Man's Land, take an objective, the chances are that the enemy team's flying around behind you, taking one of the objectives that you left.
And I found my biggest success is usually when I'm trying to control 1 or 2 points.
Can't even with you right now, Mugs.
Просто пацан в разнос пошел.
I know you guys are trying to like talk about how great
I
the
was
map
really
is.
trying to be strategic about this. This is how you do it.
This
He's
is what you
grabbing
do.
ribbons left and right.
You just go through and you shred. Period, man.
Let's take D. I hope he can take D.
He should just rename himself the Blender.
No way did he just land that shot.
He
was
is going
getting
through
shot and suppressed by that player, and he landed it straight in the chest.
Sky, man, he is just absolutely incredible.
Taking cover in the chapel here. The ruins.
Looking for the next.
Whoa! Headshot!
Hell?
Was that a headshot? I don't know.
One
No,
cheesy
it was close though.
mofo.
It was
No,
close.
you one dead
Looked
mofo.
so good.
My goodness. I can't believe the shots he's getting. He's just getting assists that they're counting his kills because they're like, why not?
Of course,
game?
why not?
Well, he's trying
He's
to.
finishing it off.
There we go. I think there was one more left. It may have been. Oh, he switched kits. Switched out to the support kit.
He was probably running out of ammo there. They
Probably
get
was.
to see
Good players, I
ammo
guess,
count.
do that. I haven't run out of ammo before.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like.
Happens to me all the time.
Oh, there's the trench
Oh,
raider.
there it is.
There it is.
That was a trench raider kill.
I wonder who was doing. I couldn't see the name of who was actually running the trench raider. Here we go. Stone
We're
Mountain,
following
of
now.
course.
This is great.
Unit 64 himself.
Unfortunately, we're not in a trench, but we are taking cover. We are taking cover here.
This is going to be a good one. I'm
Running in
looking
and out
forward
of
to
the pillars, the ruins.
So this was, I haven't had a chance to ticker around with the trench raider yet, though.
Yeah,
How fun is he?
Super quick, all melee. So you're running, you have a little extra health because you have this armor on.
Yeah.
So it is just all out war. This guy runs around, makes some deadly strikes.
ready.
One hit kills.
Get ready.
You can
Get
land
ready.
it. If you can land it,
Go.
I'm hoping to see something.
Believe in yourself, Stone. No, don't get shot. Leave him alive. Oh!
There's one.
Jehovah. Sorry, buddy.
Look at him on the
Got it.
two,
Oh,
you can
Full
see him.
shark,
Three.
definitely.
Oh.
Oh, more like a landfish. Oh, man.
Just dominating
One
the
health,
space.
one health.
Oh,
He's down. He's down.
My goodness.
That was
Hey,
beautiful. That was good to watch.
that was good to watch. That was fun.
he knew the pressure was on him. He heard us in the venue, so he was just
Yeah.
like, oh, I got to show up
Yeah.
right now. The screen's on me.
Absolutely. 3 kills in a row. That was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
The
Going-
trench raid is like one of those counter attacks though, because it's like you've got to take, because you've only got your melee weapon. It's like you do have the revolver, but it's not the same as an automatic primary weapon. So
And the club's a one-hit kill. I mean, you really want to use that guy.
yeah, definitely. And it's like if you know there's a couple of players around the corner, that you kind of got enough health, just step back for a minute. get your health back, and then just storm them.
Storm it.
Yeah, because you're gonna win.
By the way, guys, an update. 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes and 17 seconds to be exact, and it is still a close affair between these two teams. 8:28 to 8:39, and the points just keep on ticking. We're on board right now with Darkness429, an incredible Twitch streamer, by the way. If you ever get a chance to check him out, all these guys, once again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Amazing creators that we have here at EA Play, looking to just have some fun and also show off some great gameplay on the new map, Neville Knights, coming very soon. Next month?
No, coming this month.
This month? Oh,
this month, very soon. So what we haven't seen yet.
What we haven't seen yet.
No one has actually come for an artillery strike.
You can throw in an artillery strike.
Карта просто гигантская.
Wait, you're not going to tell us, are you?
I think we should see if anyone can figure it out. But I can't go into it.
If it doesn't happen by the end of the game, then
we should talk.
Doesn't the game start off with an artillery strike, though, in the middle of the map?
So you do have a little bit of that, just to kind of set the mood, keep you in your points.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. It prevents everyone from like going nuts and just charging straight into the middle like a bunch of crazy people.
And it also adds like a little bit of like story and theme.
Ambiance,
yeah.
Right? I mean,
that's what this is all about, right?
We're looking at almost a tie score at the moment. It's only 3 or 3, but there's no tickets in it. It is literally a tie score, 8-7.
So close.
Yeah,
but it may not be tied for soon.
We are going to the time, just so you guys know.
So 3 minutes,
50 seconds.
50 seconds. Okay.
And this game could not be any closer if we tried. I swear we did not rehearse this.
No. This happened last year at Gamescom as well. Both games went down to the wire.
It did, that's right.
Happens every time we do this.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a bunch of good players in one room and just have them duke it out, man.
100%.
Doom here with the trusty shotgun.
Oh dear.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. You heard the scream. You knew it was coming. And it's on its way.
Yeah, well, that's funny because he's like looking around. He's like, is it above me or is it below me? I got it. And then there's just nope right in front of you going through your kidney. Here.
Well, I guess that's a good point of the vertical gameplay that you're going to get here, right? You have to pay attention to where you are, especially when you're in the trenches.
Oh, look what's here for Darkness. He was in the middle of nowhere, man, and he was a target. As soon as you start shooting, you just, especially with the dark map, right, the way that it's laid out, the muzzle fire, you really see that and you can tell. And again, that's where the lighting really plays a role in this game, what you're able to do.
Yeah, really finds those nice dark corners. But what you're also going to see when they start sniping, especially on the hilltops, those silhouettes that are moving, you see the movement, fire away.
And that's correct, because over the back you have some, almost like some AI elements, don't you?
Yeah.
Interesting. 2 minutes, 25 seconds,
But
9:24, 9:53.
Yeah, the gap's opened up just a tad though. The rocket gun comes. Oh,
that's a deflect. Damage.
That was a deflect. Second round, engine disabled. Can he finish it off? There we go. It's gone. Beautiful.
Just go for it, Stone. Just shoot and believe in yourself, man. Shoot it into the darkness. I dare you.
The whistle's blowing. Time to charge.
I know, right? Well, they are going to be able to overtake C. Both teams have 3 flags, but the C and D flag are swapped, so expect to see a lot of activity. Who's going to be able to win out that battle in the midfield is the question. Stone Mountain rallying with his team forward, shooting his teammate because reasons. And it's over to A, and they're going all the way out to the other side of the map for that last-ditch effort here, Andrew.
There's only 15 tickets.
I hope we see something incredible here.
They have to cap at least 2 in order for them to come back into this one. I think with 1 minute and 23 seconds, because it's
not
still
sure
very
it's
close.
going to happen.
Yeah, no, it won't happen.
We're down. They are capturing 2 points.
I can't see it happening personally.
No, I think it's going to go.
You think it's?
No, I think 3 tickets. No, they're not going to do this. Not going to do it.
Not going to happen.
It's going to be real tight. Let's see if it happens. They're resupplying like
there you
crazy.
go. To 1,000, and that's right. As a matter of fact, it was to 1,000, which I don't think, I mean, we figured we were going to make it there or till the game ending. Either way, though, they needed to stop literally everything from happening, and that was not the case. Team Darkness will reign supreme. Oh boy, what a match! That was awesome.
Well, it's kind of fitting too, because it was a dark map.
I have to say, well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from that game, because there were a metric crap ton of highlights from that game, man. I have to say. Doom49 had a couple great shots, as well as Muggs. Muggs, I think, was a superstar this whole game, though. just getting shot after shot after shot. He was absolutely tearing it up.
I mean, like, watching Must do some of that, it's not, sometimes it's not the accuracy, it's the continued accuracy on the first shot.
У меня уже интернет устает. Все чаще и чаще колесико подгрузки вылезает.
And here's the thing, that's not just marketing to me. That is like actual, like, you know, you get these crazy moments in this game because of the open nature of it, right? That's what lends to the uniqueness
super
of this
dynamic.
game.
This is the stuff that drives us when we're making these games. We want to make sure we provide these ways to create those moments.
And I'm particularly glad because as a person who really enjoys infantry combat, I like that this map really highlights the infantry combat.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, right? You know, the gun mechanics in Battlefield are fantastic. I want to be able to take advantage of it as much as possible. And you know, do a thing, period.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, awesome stuff all around,
So
I have to say. And yeah, I mean, Wesley, thoughts on the map?
I think the map's really, really good. Because it's the first night map, very different from anything that you've created so far. The lighting really lends itself to a different style of gameplay.
Yeah.
You can see that, the trench close quarters action. Yes, you can get them on some other maps, but because of the nighttime setting, everything's a little bit closer together, so it's much more chaotic.
Yeah, we saw a lot of close quarter combat here.
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I liked the close quarters combat once again, but I
Телефончик
think
на
that's
стол
something we're all
выложил.
going to kind of echo here because it's
Играет
very,
полюбас, да.
yes, you have it in other maps, but it's just a different feeling, it's a different tone. I really feel like, you know, if I had to think about how BF1 would do full-on trench combat, that is admittedly how I would want it to be.
So glad to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it was able, you know, it was nailed, right? Because when
Put a
I
lot of
play
work
this, I'm gonna be super into it because I can just get into trenches, hide in the corner, shotgun some fool, hit him with a pan, you know, just awesome stuff. Like, you guys need pans in the game.
That might come up. Now that you've recommended, I'm going to put it on the list.
There you go.
Let's see if the designers will take
Revelations
it.
here.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm a great game designer, kind of, sort of, not really. All right, guys, well, awesome time here. But for now, let's go ahead and send it over to Jose, who's down on the floor. Jose, what you got for me, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm hanging out here with Miss Ella Cronin, who I was bothering, trying to get an interview with at the end of that round. That's why our team sort of fell behind. So I feel like it was my fault. I apologize. But tell us a little bit about your experience with Neville Knights and how you think it's going to affect the Battlefield 1 players out there.
It's really fun. Like, the nighttime aspect and the fact that it's dark and so much harder to see what's going on completely changes the atmosphere. So yeah, no, it's really different. It's like a completely different experience.
And how do you approach the night maps as compared to the typical daytime or desert-like maps that we've seen in Battlefield before?
I mean, I like being a medic anyway, so I tend
Вот у
to
меня будет
stand a
экшн
little bit
камера,
further
у меня
back
тоже
from the
будет
fights
хороший
and just
микрофон
try to
и
heal
лицо.
and keep people alive.
В кадре.
So yeah, that hasn't really changed.
А не так я за кадром сижу, типа,
Try my best to keep my team alive, keep my
скучно.
squad alive.
Так было рожи
So is it
покривлял.
difficult to approach being a medic when the lights are out? It's nighttime, Neville Knights shining down, all you see is the sunlights, the twinkle of lanterns. Does it make it harder for you to sort of find your teammates, or do you just sort of rely on your icons?
It does. It does make it harder, but it also makes it harder for them to see me, which I quite like. So it works out both ways.
Smart thinking. That's how it's done. Well, I'm sorry, I see your team has left you again to play some more. I will let you get back to playing. Thank you, Miss Ella Cronin. Back to you guys at the table. We're going to play some Neville Knights.
Awesome stuff there. That was Missile herself. Missile Cronin. No, Miss Ella Cronin. She was a fantastic medic throughout the game. We got a couple good clips of her really, you know, just keeping everyone going. And that is essentially what a medic needs to do, right? You got those medics, okay? We think like, oh, I'm just going to heal myself. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, you're actually supposed to, you know, like heal your teammates.
Be a buddy.
Battlefield squad team.
That's right. Resupply and revive.
Resupply and revive.
That's
Love it. I had such a good time, man. Westy, what a day. What a day.
Yeah, it's been really good, but we're not quite finished.
Oh.
There's one more thing that we've got left coming.
Okay.
There's been a really special video that's been made by one of our Battlefield community members. We're going to flick over to it now, and we hope you enjoy it.
О, кат-сцены пошли.
Музычки такой.
О, это наш вроде. Ой, баянистая музыка.
Royalty Free Music Loop.
У меня мне опять авторские права припекают. Блин, знаешь, это прям музыка теперь подходит под Battlefield это, да. Под Battlefield. О, там и пушки из кейсов выпадают. Очень специальный батл пак. Че это за тачка на прокачку? Там открою, там пивасик.
It's a battle pack, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dan, Jeff. You guys are doing so good. You guys carried this battle pack all the way out here. Muggs, what's this? What's this?
This is a very special battle pack for a very special woman. You know, we met at Twitch through Battlefield.
Предложение за бабах.
We've done so much with the community. It has been an amazing, experience with you, and I just, I want to share it with you for the absolute rest of my life. And
просто, знаешь, когда предсказал.
Evelyn Reigns.
Просто предсказал, просто ван.
Yes.
Я почему-то даже не удивлен. Вот ты удивлен?
Нет.
Can we get 3 hoo-yahs on 3? 1, 2, 3. Hoo-yah! 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 She said yes, in case you guys missed it. There was a nod, but there was a verbal yes.
Кольцо ей, кейсик мне давайте, пацаны. Я в нем носки хранить буду. Ой, смотри, взяла кольцо и сразу к другому пошла. Ох уж эти женщины.
Congratulations to people who I know very well who are absolutely incredible human beings, Muggs and Ulala. You guys are awesome. Congratulations, and I'm glad that you were able to do this surrounded by your friends who are also your family and thousands of people online as well. The Battlefield community is truly amazing and incredible. They've welcomed me in with open arms when I first got involved, and they do so with everyone else. So big thank you to you guys. What a time. What a day.
This was fun.
That was brilliant.
Ты вообще смотришь, что происходит?
All right, guys. Well,
Не
once
особо.
again, just want to close it out here.
Да, я больше залипаю в статистику YouTube. Знаешь, там вот кто-то заходит и выходит, все ко мне на стрим. У меня там теперь такие зигзаги. Ты закончил?
Да.
А у меня все еще идет.
It's been a great time, playing some Battlefield. Still so much more to come at EA Play. And of course, Andrew and for Wesley, thank you so much.
Glad to be here.
It was a good time.
Happy to be part of it.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys on the other side.
Да неужели? Вы тоже заканчиваете, типа? Да неужели? Е-лига тоже закончилась там. Наконец-то. Человеческий паспорт. 58 тысяч зрителей, еще 2000. Короче, вырубился. Всем спасибо. Всем пока.